Hey now, hey now, hey now. Hey everybody. What's going on? We are live. Hogan's on the couch. He's wearing a weird ass mask today. I don't know what his deal is. Really weird. But hey everybody. Hi. Long day for me here. Hello, my sweet babies. What up? Double J in the chat room. Baba Booey to you too. Fafa Fooey. Jonathan. MG Geek. Large 23. Bachelor 3000. Electrifying Radio. Pablo. We're here. Little nip slip. There we go. These are coming close, these ones. Payback is either going to suck or it's going to be great. No thumbs in the middle on this one. Yeah, this is going to be a weird show, guys. This is like the tan is popping. I was outside all day. I was washing my car and I barbecued. Cheers, everybody. We're having a nice Pinot Grigio today. No White Claws. Pinot Grigio. My wine of the month club arrived. Yo, Crown Wolf. All the matches seem so random. Yeah, but there's a reason. Adam, what up? Hold on. What are we drinking? We are drinking Cheline Blanc Dizzy Heights. It's a Pinot Grigio. It was created by a winemaker, Ben Jordan. Oh, it's South African. Oh, nice. There it is. The bottle we got today. No, yeah, no. This is gonna be really weird, but it's gonna be fun because have you tried Woodford Reserve Double Oak? See, here's the thing. I'm not crazy about an oak barrel wine, especially a Chardonnay. If I'm drinking a Chardonnay, which generally Chards are always in an oak barrel, I prefer to be in a steel barrel, which is really difficult to find. It's a whiskey, Woodford Reserve. And I've probably had it. Let me see. Have I had this? Have I had you? Probably not. No, I have not had a Woodford Reserve. I thought we were talking about wine. I know the bottle. Listen, man, my whiskey, I'm a cheap whiskey drinker. I really, honestly, I've had expensive whiskey. I've had cheap whiskey. I actually, right before the quarantine, a friend of mine, he's very wealthy. Watch party, baby. A friend of mine ordered a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle, and it was like a $3,000 bottle. And these are like serious whiskey drinkers. And I have to tell you, I drank it. It was fine. But if you told me this or Jameson, I would have picked the Jameson. Yeah, it's very expensive. I know. I would have picked the Jameson. I'm not a... I like my whiskey. I'm weird about my whiskey. Like, I'm not a tremendous whiskey drinker, but I go through my kicks, and generally I just drink Jameson. I know, it's cheap, it's shit, but I absolutely love it. I've had the peanut butter whiskey. I've had a PB&J whiskey, which was delicious, but I don't like sweets. Like, I don't like my alcohol to be sweet. I'm gonna be showing nip all day. Jeez, I gotta tape these bad boys back. I find myself attracted to rye whiskey lately. It's better out the freezer. Yeah, I've had them ice cold. I was at my brother-in-law's house and he was making these. All right, boys and girls, we got a big show here today. We got a very big show here today. My back's killing me. I'm very tired, but I'm going to try to get this energy level up a little bit here. Like Strowman, there was a video, I don't know who put it out there, but it was WWE, I don't know if .com or social, but she broke Nikki's bra and yes. Nikki's bra, Nikki's cup. I just read the word bra on top of it. Oh, there's my car. Someone just started my car. Do you guys hear that? And my brother's backing it up for me. Not Intern Deacon, by the way. My real brother. Intern Deacon is not my brother. That was on SmackDown on Friday. Oh my God, listen. You guys hear that? Hold on. You guys hear? Do you guys hear that? My whole house is shaking right now. Yo, $5 cactus. Do you still really think Roman's not a heel? Come on, Nature. Well, I'm gonna tell you, nothing he did on that pay-per-view was a heel move, right? I didn't find any of it to be a heel move. Aligning with Heyman, is that a heel move? I don't know. Cactus, very much appreciate the $5. I don't know. I don't think he's done anything heelish. I don't know how anybody's going to boo Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman with him. It's going to be very difficult because this is the Roman that the people that hate Roman Reigns, this is the Roman Reigns that they've wanted. So, I personally don't understand why. I understand what they're doing. I feel, and this isn't anybody telling me anything, I feel like they're going to screw this up, and it's going to be a swerve. And what if Braun is really aligned with Roman? Right? What if that's the big unveil? Because if you realize, Braun has been more heelish than anything else over the last couple of weeks. And I get that. I get why they've transitioned him. He had to seek deep to become a monster, to defeat Bray, and he, obviously he couldn't do it, and the whole thing. But this dude is coming back. He's a huge merch seller. He's gonna be a cool guy heel. Steve Austin was never a heel. I mean, let's remember. I know when he did the turn, he was a heel. I'm sorry. Steve Austin was never a babyface if you think of the traditional babyface. I think the problem with Roman was he played the traditional babyface in 2020, and nobody wanted that. If you make this guy into a badass, where he just goes out there, kicks people's asses, doesn't even talk anymore, and tells people they're stupid, they're great, I'll be very happy with that. I don't want to see him as I really don't want to see like a screw job finish here where Roman gets screwed because Paul Heyman screws him out of it or something like that. I really would like to see a aggressive Roman with Paul Heyman with him. That's really what I want to see. Let's see the chat room here. My eyes are so bad. This is really difficult for me to see. Boo, they can pump in any noise they want to be perfect. You can build him as a whole until the live crowd comes back. If he stops wearing that stupid vest and shows some chest, maybe I'll think about liking him. You know what, Adam? I'm in there with you. Damn guy. If they keep that vest on him after how ridiculous he looks right now, there's somebody that got hit in the head in that company. I think he spears Heyman. I think you're more likely for him to get turned on. So, I mean, I thought SmackDown was a pretty decent show. I thought it was interesting. I thought the ending with Paul Heyman was very well done. This promo package for Roman right now is looking great. Yeah, like, why does he need body armor? Like, I got that, right? Like, we got, like, the whole shield thing, but there's no more shield anymore. Did anybody else keep the body armor after it ended? I know that Ambrose did that weird bodysuit thing, right? He did that weird top. And then Rollins does that weird top thing every now and then. Cover him up. Give me Biggie versus Roman for the title of Rumble. Biggie needs to redo. I'm hoping that they change his gear a little bit and give him more of an aggressive look. Yeah, Mox did the undershirt, like the Under Armour stuff. Sign up at WWEnetwork.com to get your free month. You got Payback and Clash of Champions absolutely for free. I think it's so bizarre that they're doing this Tuesday in Texas. And you know what's really weird, though? Have you noticed that the imaging they're using for this for Roman Reigns is that kick ass and take names, whatever the hell that shirt says? It's this first appearance where he's wearing that T-shirt, wreck everyone and leave. I find it weird that they haven't updated that. So that makes me think that he's going to have a new look. He's not going to come out in the freaking body armor. I don't know why, but I'm wanting Keith Lee versus Big E. Yeah, big ham boys. Want to see that. Mox it down shirt, yeah. All right, you guys want to do a quick Q&A before we run down this card? Rich sitting in. No, Rich is going to be doing the Twitters today. He's going to be live on Twitter, and he may call in later. Quick call, but he's generally going to be on Twitter. He had a busy day. No Rich. All right, let's go down this card, huh? Let's see what the card is. WWE Payback 2020. All right. Hate that Wikipedia is like all the way on the bottom here. All right, so here are the card. Pre-show match, the Riott Squad, newly reformed, with Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan versus the IIconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, in a tag team match. Okay. This is bizarre to me how they reconnected, right? Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan, they had this big feud. Ruby Riott got injured. It was a whole falling out, and now they've become one again. So the Riott Squad is back. So they've totally dropped reinventing Liv Morgan for whatever reason. And she's back with the Riott Squad. Okay, whatever. Bayley and Sasha versus Nia and Shayna Baszler. So this is fascinating because if you looked at the... By the way, this is for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. If you look at all the pre-promotion for this, and it was leaked on WWE's Facebook and other places, it was supposed to be Shayna Baszler and Asuka. And I guess they decided that wasn't going to work. Right? And now we have two heel teams facing off for the tag titles. I see possibly Sasha and Bayley dropping the titles in some effed up finish. And that's another step to their possible fallout and title match. I'm going with Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax on that one. Let's see what the chat room is saying here. I'm trying to view the chat. You know what? I'm going to put this in a separate window here. There we go. And I want to put this in a separate window here. There we go. And now I could do both. Make this a little bigger. I am at the point in my life where I need to up the font size. This is not good. Okay. Let's do that. Andrew, is it true that Keith Lee is getting new music from Monday? Or I know that he has new music now. Are you saying he's going to go back to the old one? Then we have Apollo Crews, the champion, United States champion, versus Bobby Lashley with MVP and Shelton in his corner. Initially, MVP and Shelton were not in his corner, but I guess now they are. It's debuting tonight, supposedly. I don't know. Let's see. I haven't heard anything about it. All I know is that they were people were very critical of his new theme, and they were very aware of it. As long as it's not that crappy generic metal. I know. Then we got Keith Lee, Randy Orton. I'm going to go with Orton on this. Or actually, you know what? Let's see. I'm going to go with Keith Lee on this, but it's going to be an interference, and Braun Strowman. Jesus Christ. Drew McIntyre is going to interfere in this and cost Randy Orton the match. Dominik Mysterio and Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins and Murphy in a tag team match. I guess Dominik and Rey can take this. Matt Riddle, Corbin, Matt Riddle, and Big E versus Sheamus. Big E needs to win this. And of course, we have the main attraction here. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, the current Universal Champion, versus Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman in his corner versus Braun Strowman. So it's a bizarre pay-per-view. I mean, I'm curious if this has everything to do with WWE's intention of being in front of a live crowd in, I guess, by the end of September, or I'm sorry, by the middle of October. I'm just doing the math in my head because I know that they want to have a live crowd in that building in the Thunderdome before they start traveling. And they feel like they're going to be able to travel in November, post-election. So they'll probably run a couple events with a couple thousand people in this building and run a pay-per-view in this building. So I don't know if this is accelerating where they want to be with all the titles, because technically Roman was supposed to have the title by now, and the big picture idea for WrestleMania 37 was Randy Orton and Edge. So we'll see what happens. No AJ Styles, no Jeff Hardy. I think AJ is getting moved during the draft. Somebody's getting moved. AJ's getting moved or Roman's getting moved. All right, let me... Okay. Sorry. Trying to get back into this. So, I don't know. No Jeff, no Styles. Roman wins, I believe. Oh, my God. And critical of Keith Lee's lingerie shorts. That is the best way of putting it. By the way, guys, you can call in. Let's take your phone calls, huh? 888-828-1437. That's 888-828-1GFQ. 888-828-1GFQ. Number's right up on the screen here. You can call in. Join the conversation. Join us. Hang out with us. This is going to be a lot of fun. Tonight's going to be a lot of fun. I believe we have MG Geek on the line. MG Geek, you there?
Yo, 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 you got me?
So what happened? They canned you for being on this show?
Yeah, that's the story I want to tell, but...
What happened? The producers came on and said, hey, aren't you MG Geek from Mat Men? Don't you shit on us?
Yes, I am.
Well, yes, and you know what? You're not joining in on the fun. Hogan's very upset over this, so he put on his mask. He doesn't want to be seen.
Oh, my God. He had... So my theory was I was going to wear the Mat Men shirt.
Yeah.
And I goes... And then I read the thing, which we can go over because I sent you the email that had all the details on it. And I'm like, oh, they want me to wear WWE gear. Well, I don't have any. So I'll put on a black shirt and say it's Retribution.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it was? They want a WWE shirt?
No, it literally was. I literally hit the link at 5:31 and call time was 5:30.
Wow.
And it was already full.
You know
so
what?
they have 1,000 spots. Yep.
Yeah, but don't they have a queue? Don't they have?
The queue's 1,000 people. They have 1,000 people queued up, ready to go, and they're just rotating people in and out.
So, how many people are actually on the screen?
That's a good question. We'll have to count
I'm curious.
Screens.
Like how many? Like 300 people? I don't know. I haven't counted. I haven't asked. Like, let's say 300. 200,
right? And then the rest, and they're rotating people in and out throughout the show. They actually said in that email that you might not be on the whole show.
Yeah,
which is fine by me.
And I think that's their way. That's their way of saying like, hey, if we kind of look at you and we don't like what we see, we could pull you out in 10 minutes.
We're just gonna dump you, like,
or we'll just dump you and put somebody else in.
I don't know where I see it was Sean Rossap said, and maybe it was Brian Alvarez on his show. Said this, that they have people queued up and then they have moderators in charge of like a certain specific amount of people. And then they rotate them in. And then that guy's on a chat room going, okay, you got to cheer now. You got to do this now. You got to clap.
Yeah.
And which I think is BS, which I don't.
Why? I think that's fine. I would do the same thing.
Yeah. Like I said to you, like, remember when I told you I got in, I said to you, this feels like a live casting call is all it is.
Yeah,
they're like seeing if you're good enough.
Listen, there's so much criticism over this, right? Like, I found it fascinating because there was a ton of criticism. By the way, 888-828-1437, call in. There was a ton of criticism over the whole WWE is telling people to clap and boo and cheer. And to me, I'm thinking, okay, what they're trying to do is correlate the audience with the sounds they're piping in. So it looks really stupid if they're piping in reactions. And by the way, they cannot pipe in that audience. They cannot pipe in that audience. The on-screen audience. And I'm going to explain to you why. No, you can't. Okay? I'm going to explain to you why. If I open this door right now from my studio, if I open this soundproof door, you know what you're going to hear? You're going to hear my kids screaming and running around and my wife screaming at the kids and telling them it's bedtime. That's what you're going to hear. So WWE doesn't want to do that, obviously. They know that that's a problem. That's a risk factor. What if somebody starts cursing? What if someone loses their mind? Something, you know? So they pipe in the audio, which is fine. I'm fine with. And they're trying to correlate the audience and the sound. Fine. Okay. There was also criticism of Tony Khan's speech on Thursday. but
where he did similar
pre-show,
thing. Yeah.
where he told them, he's like, listen, guys, don't curse, no holy S chants, no F words, like don't curse. The network doesn't want cursing on this show, whatever. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And people were, I think it was Ryan Satin, he was like, oh, what's the difference between this and people calling WWE's tactics North Korean totalitarianism? I'm like,
oh, Jesus.
First of all,
on.
they're both fine. They're both fine, but they're both very different. Very different things. This guy's telling them don't curse. The other one is telling you when to clap and when not to. By the way, no problem with either one. I'm fine with it. I don't care. And you should feel happy that you're in that crowd and you're on TV. It's cool. It's a cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Kenny Omega was on there on Friday.
Yeah, I seen that.
That was really funny.
He's like, I was hoping no one's seen me. I was like, sure. It was really him.
Do you think any of them knew? Do you think anybody knew that was Kenny Omega?
They see you, so they know. They have to know.
No, but you think the people, you think those coordinators.
I'm saying the moderator, right? The moderators may not have known who that was. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. Guys, let's do this.
Pretty big name.
So I ran down the card. Why don't we do a Q&A? Mm-hmm. Why don't you guys send us your questions in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer because I'm having a couple drinks and I'm a little loose-lipped.
He gets a little loose. What are you drinking tonight?
I am. Yeah, I'm having this. I'm part of this Wine of the Month club, and this is from South Africa. South Africa's Western Cape. It's a blend of fresh, zesty.
I'm not a wine guy, but
Blanc with Ripper Fruit Divine Pinot Grigio. It's a South African wine. It's not a pure Pinot Grigio. It's a Chenin Blanc, 60%, and a Pinot Grigio. It's a blend. Not bad. It's a little sweet for my taste, but it's a blend.
I just sent you what I'm drinking. I've never had tea beer before until tonight.
Dude, you just sent me your dick.
Oh my God.
Who's that? Hold on, someone else is here. Jonathan, is that you?
Oh yeah, sorry. I've been listening.
What's up, homie?
What's up? I've been eavesdropping and working on the first Photoshop.
All right, cool. I'm gonna be a little slow today with this, so send them in, and we'll slowly get it there. What's the hot summer angle? This is it. It's Retribution. That is the hot summer angle that I talk about every year. Don't I talk about a hot summer angle every year?
Yes, you do. And then it slowly becomes the fall, summer, late fall.
What was it last year? Do you remember what it was last year?
Oh my God. Let me.
Somebody has to remember this. I don't remember what the hot summer angle last year was.
I think they missed it last year. I think we kept saying there was going to be one, or never really was one.
Well, the one
wasn't it Shawn Michaels? Was it Saudi, or was that October?
That was October. My God, what a you want to talk about, like, I was talking to my wife about this, and I do this with everything, right? Forget about wrestling, but I do this with everything. I like to do what would I be doing now if I didn't make this decision game in my head constantly. I do this all the time. Like, we were driving back from my in-laws. I was like, oh, it's funny. It's Friday. It's 5:30 in the afternoon. If COVID didn't happen, I'd be probably leaving my office now and going to meet up for drinks and dinner with a couple of my friends. And she's like, you do that a lot. Like, you talk about, or I was talking, I actually, you know what it was? It led into the conversation on how much money I've lost this year by not being able to, work
right,
and just get my base salary. And we were talking, she's like, why do you do that? Why do you think? I'm like, you know why? Because it impacts my decision making. Knowing what I missed out on, or knowing what didn't happen because of a consequence or because of something that happened, it drives me more to do better, or to strive to reach that point that I was supposed to. So I constantly play that game with myself where if I didn't make this decision, if I didn't go out that night and get sick, what would, cause and effect. I'm big on this. It's a weird thing I do. So I was doing this I spoke to Rich about Shawn Michaels the other day, and I was like, dude, if Shawn, think about that match, right? Like, Shawn, everybody's talked about that Shawn Michaels return match where he said he's not doing, under no circumstances will he do this. We were everybody was, who would it be? It'd be AJ Styles. It'd be, Daniel Bryan. It'd be Roman Reigns. It'd be Seth Rollins. It'd be this. It'd be that. Everybody, Undertaker, another Undertaker match.
Well, that fan photo that came out with him and AJ that everybody just
lost their mind. That face to face, right? Everybody lost their mind. The Daniel Bryan one too. Everybody lost, and they've teased the Daniel Bryan thing multiple times in the past. They teased that during the Authority
2013. I thought they were doing it.
13, 14. They did it. They did it a bunch of times. So, we finally, whatever money was thrown at him to do this, Hunter, I'm sure, and make Vince, I'm sure, we're saying, no, this is it, this is it. That match, that tag match, was not the only Michaels match we were going to see. He was going to have a singles match. That was his warm-up. And everything that could have possibly gone wrong in that match
went wrong, and then some.
Hunter was supposed to work the majority of the match. And he was supposed to just, get the hot tag or have his moments and whatever. Hunter tears his bicep within, I don't know, 5 minutes.
I thought, but it don't matter.
Was it his pec or bicep?
I think it was his pec. I don't think it matters.
Whatever it was.
Pretty sure it was pec, but they're all connected.
Tears whatever it was, right? Tears it. Now Sean is saying, oh, shit, I got to work, I don't know, what was it, a 20-minute tag match? How long was that match? It was like 20 minutes.
It was like 22 minutes or something like that.
It was. I remember you and I were talking about that, and we were saying how it's too long, this match. It goes like 20 minutes. Sean's working the whole thing. You're like, what else could go wrong? Kane's wig falls off his head.
Oh, his mask. Moonsault.
His whole mask and wig comes off, and Sean's like, you know what? Fuck it. What am I doing? Why am I here? Why am I tarnishing this legacy that I built? And he never wanted to do it again.
Exactly.
If that match went as planned, we would have gotten a Shawn Michaels return at Royal Rumble. We would have gotten a Shawn Michaels big time match at WrestleMania. And that would have been a send off. We would have gotten a final return Shawn Michaels match, and everybody would have been happy. Nobody would have been bitching. We need another Shawn Michaels match. Put him up against Styles. Put him up against Bryan, and you have this unbelievable match. And that's all you needed. And we were cheated. The universe took it away from us.
Yeah.
Very upsetting. Matt,
do you want me to use?
Go ahead, MTK.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, because I'm gonna lead. So I was gonna tease something. I was gonna make the universe happy. About the possibility of. I'm starting to wonder if this Retribution is a little bit bigger story than where we originally thought.
So I asked, and so everybody said that I've asked. They've given the same answer. Just wait and see.
And I am thinking tonight, supposedly they might make a big impact in different ways. So here's what I thought.
Go ahead.
When I seen Paul Heyman Friday night, I went, holy shit. It just popped in my head. I goes, when the Shield debuted in 2012 at Survivor Series, it was because of what was their purpose? To interrupt the main event and protect CM Punk. Who put him up to that in storyline? Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
So fast forward. Now, what happened this week? They weren't on Retribution or Survivor SummerSlam when Roman was on there, but they were on Raw, and they attacked who? Who did they attack?
I don't know. Who did they attack? I forgot.
They attacked the Mysterios, who is fighting with who?
Rollins.
Correct. Boom. It's going full circle. I think that Heyman has contracted this to help these guys out because he's paying them back for all those years ago. I think it's going to be something along those lines. They won't be affiliated with Retribution, but they're going to be benefited from it.
Hey,
that's my fan theory.
I think that's actually a great theory. Hold on. I just got a Adam in our chat sent one, and I think it's hysterical. But I'll be shunned. Is there a reason we're
seeing Hogan right now?
Huh?
I said, is there a reason we're seeing Hogan right now?
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Because we like bondage Hogan. Come on, dude.
Hold on, it's Gimp Hogan.
Demolition mask.
Did you guys wait a minute? Did you guys see that Roman Reigns wore an Anshan t-shirt live on TV?
Did he?
Yeah. Look at this. Look at his shirt. He
Of
wore an
course he
Ashton
did.
t-shirt.
Kiss everyone and leave. Oh.
Adam, your photo. I just want to say, Adam also sent a great Photoshop that I'll be banned on YouTube if I posted it. But it's hysterical.
We get a lot of those.
I posted on the Bruce from Connecticut page.
Oh, did you? Okay, Bruce from Connecticut. You guys, Bruce from CT. You guys should follow it. So
send me Adams.
Adams, hold on, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll text it to you. How about that?
Okay. MG
No,
Geek,
no,
I like
don't-
your,
no, no, no,
I like
don't
your
pull-
fan theory.
Don't
What's
post
that?
this on Bruce from Connecticut. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send it to you. I'm such a wimp nowadays. Andrew in his 30s is very different.
So I'm joining you on the wine train. I went
Are
to
you? What are you
Walmart
drinking?
and bought one of those. So this is 14 Hands Winery.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the rosé,
it's good stuff. I've had it.
but it's one of the things. So they do this thing. I saw it on TikTok, so I had to go get it. Where a can is a half bottle of wine, 2 cans is a full bottle. So I got myself 2 cans here. So
Nice.
I'm gonna drink a whole
Are
bottle
you
of
on
wine.
camera? I don't see it.
Who?
You? Oh, you're not on camera. No. Okay. I thought you were on
I
camera.
could be if you want.
It's fine. Whatever. I can't switch to it. I can't
too,
reprogram
I
it, but
yeah.
do the audio.
It's just it's just so easy this way because we're gonna watch the pay-per-view anyway.
Oh, I got 4 screens up right now.
Hold on. Do you
I got-
send me a message? Send me a text. You're not coming up on my iMessage for some reason. And I spoke to you earlier today.
Oh, that's right. I've been meaning to do this for like ever.
All right.
Wow, that's so funny. I don't get your messages on I only get it on my phone. I don't get it on iMessage.
Is your iMessage set up correctly on your
Yeah.
computer with
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
You just get a random text, Andrew.
From who? Here, I got a
you would've
flower
been a-
from him. I'm gonna send it to him now.
Here you go. Thomas wants to know any likely NXT call-ups tonight.
Not tonight, but I know
yes.
that they're gonna be. Oh, wait, you've heard NXT call-ups tonight?
Well, if Retribution is who they say it's going to be, and if if they're involved in any way,
Okay, it's all based on Dave. That NXT thing is all based
Yeah.
on Dave, and not that Dave is wrong. I don't know. I haven't personally been told. The only thing I was told when I asked about, I don't know, Tuesday, when I spoke to my buddy, he said nothing is in stone except for the main plan, and nobody knows it except for like 5 people. They're not talking about it, but the people that everybody has been told, the people playing the roles are not necessarily permanent, or maybe they will be.
correct.
They could be.
Yeah.
How funny is that Adam made, Jonathan?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Jonathan, awesome job. Let's see, HBK and Adam Cole. That's a match I wish dude, I would have loved to see that, but I don't think that would have never been in their plans. Josh Freaks is waiting for another Andrew nip slip. I'm gonna tape these down
Oh man.
like the entertainers.
Yeah.
Little inside lingo that Jonathan understands there. Jonathan is a connoisseur of gentlemen's clubs. Did I ever tell you the story about how I banned a porn star from going on his podcast 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, without even knowing who this guy was?
We did.
Dude, you know what though, Jonathan?
On a few watch-alongs ago.
Oh, there we go, Jonathan. I just got the text. I just got it on my phone, but it's not showing up.
delayed.
That's so weird. But it's not showing up in the. Something's going on here with my iMessage. There it is. Yeah, now I got everything. I got to tell you, the whole like the world is small concept. The world is tiny. The world is very small. Everybody's connected somehow. I truly believe that. The fact that you had a guest on your show and it had nothing to do with my podcast, nothing to do with anything that I do on the air, had to do with my day job, is
Right.
hysterical. Fine, it could happen, and then you found the show.
Yeah.
And you didn't even, it wasn't even like you found it because of that. I just think it's fascinating how everything is intertwined.
Well, I knew-
Everybody connects.
I knew Matt Men before I did that podcast. You got to remember, I just didn't put you in that position until recently when we were talking more and more and more. When you started opening up more about
my day job.
Because
you
back
kept
then,
it quiet for a while.
Yeah.
Back then it was I have a big boy job. That's all you used to say. I have a big boy job.
I do. Jonathan knows a lot about it now. Yeah. I was texting with him yesterday. We were chatting about my big boy job yesterday. You know what? Let me go live on the other platforms as well right now. Let's do that right now, huh? Cool. Let's go to my encoding machine that's in my basement. Look at this. It's amazing. You can log in here. Log in. Let's stream to everything. Now we're going to be live on Periscope.
Do you think we see AJ Lee in the future?
You know, it's funny because I feel like she lost out the most out of all this. She was really on fire. Really on fire. And unfortunately, because of the Punk thing, you know, she stood by her guy. So I really believe we'll see her, and I think that's going to be the gateway to getting Punk back. I think it's going to be something with AJ. By the way, Riot Squad coming out, first match of the night. I think that's going to be the way to get Punk back in some capacity. But they will probably be a package deal. Oh, wow, she's like back in her Riot Cast outfit. Riot Squad outfit.
Oh, yeah, they're matching.
Yeah, she's back in her old gear.
Live to Riot.
No, this isn't her old gear. This is a hybrid of her new gear.
It's a hybrid, yeah.
Ruby.
New. Yeah.
Because her old gear was very similar to Carmella's old gear, where it was like the joggers and then the sports bra.
Yeah.
But she wore the flannel pants.
And she almost looked like a Suicide Squad. What's her face a little bit?
Harley.
I got to tell you, I saw whose theme was this originally? Peyton's or Billie's? Because it was one of theirs. It wasn't both of theirs.
Yeah.
When they were singles.
I think it was Billie's.
It was Billie's? It could have been. So
I think so. It was in NXT though. So yeah.
I saw them on the show, the poster behind me here. So 2016, November 16, 2016, at the Garden Theater. They weren't in MSG, but they were in the theater next door. You would remember it if you ever saw the Lions Den match between Owen Hart and Ken Shamrock.
God.
That's where they held it, is in the Garden Theater, because the Garden was sold out, SummerSlam 98. So she came out to this theme, and people were throwing stuff at her. Like, people were so annoyed. And Liv Morgan got really over that night because she dropped her pizza. She used to come out with pizza. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
And she said, eat the pizza down to the ring. And she dropped it on the ramp and ate it, and everybody popped.
Well, yeah.
Hydro in the chat. Yo, what's up? All right, let me get.
That's when she was super young. I think Liv Morgan has so much potential.
They don't see it.
I would love to see her. They don't see it until we get in front of fans. I have a feeling when they give her anything, she's going to get a big pop, and they're going to go. We're going to be back in Becky Lynch territory. As far as
Andrew, do you think she?
Yeah.
Do you think she suffered from the Enzo connection?
No, I don't think she suffered from it at all. I think that she suffered from the start and go mentality that this company has, where they get really hot on you. Correct. And a writer really pitches an idea, and maybe like 3 or 4 of the writers are really behind you, and then it gets to TV, and you do what you're doing, and then you get this huge reaction, and then maybe the writers get shuffled a little bit, and the ones that are remaining don't give a shit about you.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how this company operates, because there's 40 freaking writers. So if 10 of them are on your side, Sam, what up? Let's see. I think
a good example. Another good example of that is Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke was well liked by a lot of the writers, and for whatever reason, she can't get a break.
Well, she's not that tremendous in the ring, and
she's not.
And she had a lot of stop and go too. She had that terrible situation with her ex-boyfriend that died.
Yeah.
And then she took some time off for there, and then she came back, and then she started competing in bodybuilding. So she took some time off for that, came back.
Right.
they allow you to do stuff outside, but that impacts you. If you're not a ride or die, if this is not your life, they are a little hesitant. And that's why a lot of people, get slammed with the term lazy in this company. And I've heard it from many people that they're called lazy. Oh, so-and-so's lazy. No, just this isn't their life. Like, I get it. This is their career, but they want to go home and see their families. They want to go and do whatever they're doing outside of wrestling. Right. Now it's way better because everybody has a side hustle. But, 10 years ago, if you said you were competing in bodybuilding competitions, now. They're all on Twitch. They're all, listen, I'm waiting. If they could have OnlyFans, they would.
Oh, my God. Some of them would. Wow. Most definitely.
I've heard that.
Lana definitely would.
If I told you that it was asked, would you believe me? That
yes.
More than one person has asked to have one.
Ooh, I want to know who.
I can't say. I cannot say that.
I know you can't say
because it came directly from the person.
Oh man.
Yeah, in a drunken conversation in Midtown.
Shoot, I'm thinking about starting an OnlyFans.
That's it, dude. That's the way to do it. That's how we're all going to survive this pandemic.
Except Bella Thorne messed it up for everyone.
She screwed it up for everybody, man.
I don't know what I was listening to, but somewhere someone's like, in 2 years, it's going to be like the new Twitter. Everybody's going to have an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And we're just going to exchange money. The money's just going to go in a big circle.
MG Geek, I said yes to you, but to the wrong number. It's 946, not 646.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't.
No, right. That's why. All right, I'm going to look at the chat room. Jonathan, do you want to funnel off questions for me tonight?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, cool.
There's nothing new in there, so go ahead and ask your questions.
Big kick from Billie Kay.
You know what I'm surprised about? I'm surprised after Dana got that work done that she didn't get a little bit of a push after that. Even a small one.
Well, they've tried. They've tried with her so many times, and I think Andrew hit it right on the head. Start and stop. She took time off. But when she came back, she really, really tried.
I'll tell you, the big push is going to be Peyton Royce. They want to give her a nice push. But she doesn't.
But how do you get her away from the IIconics? Exactly.
She doesn't want to break it up because they're really best friends.
I think that's Sean Spears in her ear a little bit too.
A little bit. No, but they like her. I mean, she's improved tremendously from like a couple years ago. She's a good promo. She's talented in the ring. And she has a look, so they're big on her, but they don't want to split her up because that's a nail in the coffin for Billie Kay at that point.
Yeah, it is. She's pretty much going to be done at that point. Okay, so another angle that I heard happening. Someone posted this in our Facebook group, and I kind of shunned at it, and I said, "Is this possible?" They're in lieu of a Retribution, they're doing another Wyatt family reboot. And it's starting with Alexa Bliss. We might see it tonight. I don't know. Did you see that angle on SmackDown? The Nikki Cross and Tamina of all people, where she has a dread in her hair.
That's what everybody was talking about.
Yeah. So I think that if they wanted to, they could do something cool. I seen a cool fan render of it.
I got the finish. You want me to call the finish? I'll call the finish right now. Go ahead. I was doing this, if I was booking this, finish. And by the way, this is nothing. I'm gonna, and I truly, most of the time I lie when I say I think. Right. I'm a big time liar about these finishes because a lot of times I know the finish and I'm like, I don't know the finish. I don't know the finish to this. Here's a great way to do it. Alexa comes out. Spooky stuff happens. Braun is totally effing distracted from this. Boom! Spear by Roman. 1, 2, 3.
There you go. Now, as far as her involvement, they have to figure out a way. If Roman is going heel, they need to figure out a way to make the Fiend a face. And Alexa's a way to do that because I don't think she's getting. No,
they shouldn't be. I don't think he needs to be a face or a heel. Just be whatever he is.
Yeah. Right. I know.
Be a spooky guy. It's fine. You don't have to. You don't have to be a heel or face. That's one of the few opportunities that they have.
And is Roman going to be either? I think Roman's face or heel is going to depend on who he's facing. That's always how it should be.
I'm telling you right now, if they team this guy up with Paul Heyman and they're literally going with this, like truly going with this, I cannot see anybody booing this guy in front of a live audience. Because this is
he's going to be the biggest star.
Dude, how many people? Listen, I give you an example. You know, JD from New York. I know him. We do very different types of content, and I think that's amazing for pro wrestling.
I listened to his response to this. He didn't seem very happy about it.
But you know what, though? He's a guy that really dislikes the character of Roman Reigns. And there are many other people out there that dislike the character. You know what's really funny? You want to know something hysterical? Him and I, we called wrestling once or twice together. He did color commentary. A phenomenal color. I'm sorry. He did play-by-play. And I got to tell you, forget about the content. If you like his content, don't like his content. The guy is very talented as a broadcaster. Tremendously talented. But it was impressive to sit next to this guy, and he's calling these matches the way he was calling it.
You know what I can't stand, man?
What?
I can't stand his accent.
The New York accent? What? You know, I swear to God,
too much. You have it too.
If you tell me, I'm gonna start pulling it back in now. I hide that shit. You want me to talk like I normally talk? This is how I talk. You want it? If you pull that, I will pull that shit right out. I will bring that New York Queens accent where I'm chewing on marbles and I'm talking. Mirror, coffee.
I could get the Jersey accent going too.
Did you hear that Jersey's the most undesirable accent in America?
So I am single. Corey Richmond wants to know the chance of Otis cashing in.
Oh, man, you know what? Poor Otis,
that
man.
Is a good question.
I don't know. Who does he cash in on? SmackDown, right?
Exactly. It makes no sense.
Big win for the Riott Squad.
Ooh.
Big win.
Oh, I love that move. Boom. So you remember when Sheamus won the Money in the Bank?
Yeah.
And I was like, where does he fit? He doesn't fit anywhere. This is the same thing we're doing with Otis now. He doesn't fit. You're going to have him cash in awkwardly only to lose the title or just miss his opportunity. So I think that's what's going to end up happening. Because I just don't see where he fits in. Do you guys?
I don't know. I feel bad for him because, he's a comedy act, and I know they gave this. The intention was never to put the title on him. I just want to tell you. They just didn't want the Money in the Bank on anybody.
The Money in the Bank?
Yeah, they didn't want the Money in the Bank on anybody that's a legitimate threat for the title because it's going to skew away from the storyline that they're trying to tell. And also, the storyline, we don't know because they've changed everything due to the pandemic. This is the one time where I cannot be critical of WWE's TV product and WWE's lack of, captivating storylines is because they've had to change plans based on everything that happens. At one point, they were going to have a live audience. Then they weren't. Then they were going to be in Texas. Then they weren't. Then they were going to have a live audience in Florida in July 26th. Then it became August 26th. Then they were going to run Boston. Then they were looking at the Northeast for Atlantic City. I can't blame them for the stop and go because it's out of their hands. They don't want to blow it in front of nobody. So I think the Otis thing was let's forget about this Money in the Bank. Let's just give it to him and see what happens. Maybe there'll be a moment where we could do something with him. Imagine he cashes in on Roman and he just gets murdered immediately. Well, you know what? That's a great heel moment, huh? You want to turn Roman into a real big-time heel? He just murders Otis. 1, 2, 3, quick. That's how I see it. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, my God. I love this.
Jeez.
Okay, hold on. We got another one.
Just opened.
Just got it. Just opened it.
Oh,
Mr.
man.
Gonzo's in it. Mr. Gonzo's in this one.
Oh, no.
The Matt Boys. I like that you use the no strings attached as the name.
Yeah.
You if I can do this. Here we go. You ready? Digital breakdown. Just you and
nice.
me. Mr. Gonzo's there. Deacon's there. Rich is there. Jonathan is there. Jonathan and I look like we could be related.
That's Harry.
Oh my God, I love the hair.
I thought that was you.
No, that's not me. That's Harry.
Oh my God, I had
Very
to zoom
similar
in.
facial features, though.
Yeah. You know what's funny though? Harry and I could be related.
There you go.
That's really funny. All right, guys. 888-828-1437. Let's have some fun. The show's about to start. The pay-per-view's about to start in, I don't know, a couple minutes here. 8 minutes, 9 minutes.
What's the last random pay-per-view that you watched? Today I dove back into 2004 and watched No Mercy 2004.
Oh,
wow.
I've done a couple of those actually. You know what I started watching? Because I hate myself, and it's self-harm in many ways.
Did you go back to the evasion angle?
No, I can't because that drives me nuts. That makes me ill, and then it connects to 9/11. Like 9/11, the invasion angle, that's all blended into one in my life. So I just stay away from it. I started watching WWE in 1993.
Okay.
Wow.
And that is hateful act to watch 93 WWE. Just really bad stuff.
Oh, that was in a. I was thinking about that time. Like the champion then was Yokozuna? Was it Yokozuna or Bret Hart?
Yoke was a champion, and then Bret Hart had the title. Yoke had the title.
Mm-hmm.
Let me switch back here. Let's go live here. I just got to check if all the streams are going. Yeah, here we go.
Real quick, why do they have the Hulu tag on all these promos?
It's sponsored by Hulu.
Yes.
Oh, it's sponsored by Hulu.
We're on the pre-show. We're on the pre-show.
I was like, is there some weird stream that they're doing on Hulu today?
Andrew's favorite stable of all time, Los Barricos. Los Barricos is my favorite stable of all time. I actually have a Savio Vega figure. You want to know how twisted I am? I hide it in my wife's clothing drawer, and I just have Savio popping out of there randomly. I hide Savio in random places: the freezer, my wife's clothing, the shower. Savio's all over my house.
It's like the Elf on the Shelf, but just Savio.
Yeah, with Savio. And I literally told my daughter that it's a different type of Elf on the Shelf. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, oh, this is like the Puerto Rican way. You should know you're Puerto Rican. And she's like, what am I? I'm like, you're Puerto Rican. Your mom is Puerto Rican. This is what they do in Puerto Rico. They hide a Savio Vega doll everywhere. And she's like, oh, okay. And she goes to my wife. She's like, is this your Elf on the Shelf? And my wife looks at me like, why would you say that to her? Now she's going to go to school and be like, oh, Puerto Ricans, they hide this guy named Savio Vega everywhere in the house in random times of the year.
It's going to be great. I want to see the teacher's face when you.
Yeah, and then here's the other one that I do. I do with my Stevie Ray also. I put Stevie Ray everywhere. Man. So I had my entire so if you're coming up the steps, there's a window, and I have it covered. I have it blacked out, but I have a little opening, and I can put all the figurines. I put him this week, and then I move it sometimes, and I put like obscure wrestlers in there. Nobody that anybody could recognize immediately. Like they got to look at it and try to figure it out. I have a really fucked up Scott Steiner figure like this that it's really difficult to tell who it is. Like his face is melted off. Okay. So my Stevie Ray and Savio I've been on a Stevie Ray and Savio kick recently. It's like Three Kings Day. You got to find Savio. Dude, I got to tell you, I had no idea how big Three Kings Day was in South American culture, Central American culture, South American culture. I was twice. I was in South America once, and then I was in Mexico another time. And I could not believe, like, it's such a humongous thing. It's a big deal. All right, Double J has predictions. Lashley's going over big time.
Did we finish going through the card?
Oh, we did earlier. Okay. You missed it. Sorry.
Yeah, I was restarting.
All right.
I like it, Double J. I like it so far.
Okay, here are Double J's predictions in the chat, and I encourage all of you to give us yours. Lashley going over big tonight. Bayley and Sasha Banks retain the titles. Ray and Dominik win. Keith Lee wins. And lastly, Bray retains. Ooh.
That's interesting, Double J. You got some. Right. Well, that means there's some shenanigans if he retains. I don't know. So Keith Lee winning, as much as I want him to win, how does that make sense if Orton's getting another title shot?
Well,
unless it's a swerve, it's a schmoz finish.
Keith Lee's gonna McIntyre's gonna come and cost Orton the win tonight, and Keith Lee wins.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Eric in our chat room. Do you think with the new Roman wins and gets the Brock schedule? You know what? Why not? Give him the Brock schedule. I think he's going to do more TV. He'll do more, but I don't think they want him every day.
No, and he shouldn't, knowing his health and that, and keep him, give him that lighter. I mean, a house show tour every month instead of every week, or something like that. When they do finally tour again, who knows when that'll be.
So Crown Wolf in the chat room says WWE just posted on Twitter that Drew suffered a hairline jaw fracture. I don't know if that's a work or shoot.
Either way, though, you could.
Based on those kicks on Raw, it's a shoot. It's a work. Especially those kicks in the gorilla area when they showed those, and on Raw the other night, those first two, I almost thought the announcers were going to say he missed. He ducked the kick because he pulled out so fast.
Can I tell you how much I hate
Adam sent you another Photoshop, he said.
Oh, did he? Hold on, let me look at this.
Yeah, real quick, I'll go through my predictions. I think Big E and Sheamus end up in a draw that leads to like a blood feud.
Yeah.
I think
Hold on, dude. This is fucking funny.
Oh, you got a good one?
Yeah, I'm going to play this one. I'm going to put it on. I got to see what email address he sent it to. Andrew GFQ Network. I got to forward this to guys from Queens.
Okay. While you do that, I think Ray and Dominik pick up a win. I think Riddle wins. I think Keith Lee wins, like we talked about. I think Bayley and Sasha drop the titles.
Oh my!
That's hold on, that's an old one. I think Bobby Lashley beats Apollo, and Apollo finally joins the faction. And then I would say Roman wins.
Nice.
All right, this one's titled "Kiss Men." You guys ready for this? For Adam's work? Here we go. Kiss Men. What's on my eyes is nipples. I got nips on my eyes.
This is very
it
accurate.
Looks like a superpower.
That is my superpower. I could see through your shirt and just see your
nipples.
Nips. I see your nips.
You just see nipples.
I just see nips, man. No, listen, I don't see black or white. I just see nipples.
There's a reason why Andrew has the job he has.
Listen, dude,
Andrew,
welcome to Areola, man.
And see what you can find.
In the words of Macho Man Randy Savage on the Arsenio Hall show, I'm not a racist. I don't see color in people. I just see areolas. That's how I judge you.
Welcome to Areola, man.
Dude, isn't there a Rick and Morty episode where they go to this planet and the planet is like being controlled by this alien overlord, but they shut down that control and you realize how much everybody hates each other because one has pointy nipples and the other one has like square nipples, and it becomes like this whole racial divide between because of the nipples.
Yeah, I'm vaguely familiar with which one you're talking about. I don't think I've ever watched Rick and Morty sober, so
hang on. You know what? I'm gonna go get my Savio Vega doll. Hold on, I want Savio here.
Okay. Oh man,
MG,
he's going.
What's your prediction?
He's going in his wife's underwear drawer. What's my prediction? Let's see. I gotta think about this. I think Apollo Crews is gonna win. Believe it or not. I am going to be pissed if Nia Jax wins anything ever in her life.
Why? Why do you hate Nia Jax?
Better be Bayley and Sasha. I want Nia Jax, Tamina, and Natalya to go on a long voyage and fall off the face of the flat Earth.
That's very.
There's not a flat Earth, but it is kind of aggressive. God, I hate.
Did they hurt you
for some reason?
I'm back.
I don't know.
I'm better than ever.
I am bashing on women right now, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why MG Geek doesn't like Nia Jax, Tamina, or I forget the third one.
Natalya.
It's obvious, isn't it?
Why they left him on red?
No, he's a racist.
Oh my
But Natalia's
God.
white.
Natalia?
You sure?
No, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
Like
you're right.
80% there.
I'm racist.
I mean,
I'm racist against Canadians.
I mean,
Nia is the worst
I
version
thought
of
it's like a
Payback.
white girl's type spin on her.
Oh yeah, she's no man. I don't know what
She
it
has
is
a
about.
reverse spray tan.
It's you know what it is. Tamina can no longer work. She shouldn't be. Her legs are held on by rubber bands.
Hey guys, hold on.
And I don't know.
Someone has to show up.
Uh-oh.
Let's see if we can do this.
Okay, that
There
is
he
a.
I told you. Why is this in such low res? This sound. Why is it terrible? Oh, this is it. Hold on. Here it is. Oh, this one's much better. I need the hook. Here it is. Perfect. I just blast this on constantly.
Oh God. You and
All right.
Rich, if you guys ever do like a live show, you guys need to come out to
What? To do it? All right, guys. The
you-
pay-per-view is beginning. We should do a live show, dude.
LA
yeah,
man.
come out to
I want to do. I would
fucking-
love to do Mania this year.
Do a show in LA?
If we
Let's-
can.
Oh yeah, I'll show up.
If they have Mania,
But
man. If Mania goes off like it's supposed to, and it's
Well,
going to be a
that's why I
big
was
weekend.
asking. I asked during SummerSlam, and you kind of both, you and Rich both kind of like scoffed at me, like, yeah, why wouldn't WrestleMania happen? But LA's still not opening up.
I know.
No,
Listen,
I
the hope
don't-
is things are way better in by that time. I'm
Next couple
very
of months.
optimistic. I'm very optimistic about this.
I'll give you some more optimism. I don't know about
Yeah.
where you guys are, but I've noticed that people, regardless of their like political views, are just starting to accept it and starting to learn how to deal with it, and just
Yeah.
naturally being a little safer as
Well, I'm
time
glad-
goes on.
Listen,
No,
man,
so-
I ride that subway regularly, and I see
God.
what animals
That
people
sounds
are.
dirty.
Dude, if this prevents people from sneezing and coughing and cut their toenails on the freaking subway, I'm all for this.
Wait, what?
Oh, you've never
People actually
well,
do
yeah, you
that?
don't, oh my God, regularly, dude, regularly.
I
So
would
those
be like,
animals
why
in
is your-
Long Island.
Why is your feet not exposed? Like I can see, okay, sandals in the summertime, I get it, but really,
People take their feet out the
God.
shoes.
Dude, I've been on the Long Island Railroad, and we're talking going to Long Island. We're not talking like the subway. We're talking the train. I've seen people clip their toenails on their
So you're
ride
going
home.
in the opposite direction.
On their ride home.
Oh my God.
Dave says New York City subways is its own culture, and it's the worst. It is its own culture. Here we go.
I could imagine. I can only imagine.
Hulu presents WWE Payback. Big Pyro. Come on. Let's do this. Here we go. Big Pyro. No, you know what? WWE has one of the best productions in all of sports. Really, they do a tremendous job with this stuff.
Yeah, they do. I mean,
Love from India. What up?
I've said this 1,000 times how I think that Full Sail partnership is the best thing they ever could have done.
Yeah. It
They get-
modernized them.
They get
It really
first
did.
crack at the best guys, the best talent.
Hey,
I could have been
resent
one of
that. LA
those.
Film
You could have
People's
been one of
the
those.
best talent. I just like to put a bit.
The only
in for
reason I
LA
wanted
Film
to
School
do that,
being better than
the only
Full
reason I
Sail.
wanted to do that is see if people could find me on the stream.
Love
on
from
here.
England. What up, Jamie? Much love. Where in England? I was in England a year ago.
to get some award.
To
By
get
the
an
way,
award.
for
To get
those
this.
people-
Hold on. I actually produced an
Uh-oh.
event, but I got the Follicular Unit Extraction of Europe 8th Annual Meeting in Manchester. Award for Appreciation for Recognition as Faculty. They think I'm a doctor.
Nice.
I got an award because I'm
That's
Dr. Zarian.
terrifying.
Yo, I'm looking for the Savio figure online right now. Look at this guy. Where are we putting him? Let's put Savio here.
Nice.
Dude, you know how many dudes I know?
I hope-
Like this dude, I know like 6 of them in real life. I know 6
yeah.
versions of
Absolutely.
this guy.
Like,
6
One
of
of them is my uncle.
just a big,
One of them is your uncle.
just a big, a big Puerto Rican. That,
a big Puerto Rican dude, man.
Would break legs. That if he could be a bouncer at any club.
I know 6 of them. I know 6 Savio Vegas. One of my best friends. Please take my name. Please take my name in the chat room. Take it where?
Name.
Saya.
Where are we taking your name?
I don't even know how to say your name.
Take my
I think
name.
that's what he wants.
What up, Abid? What up, Saya? Is that it? All right.
Yep.
Saya?
All right, so the first match is going on the main show. Lashley out there. Bobby Lashley. This man doesn't age.
Kevin, don't worry. I'm actually behind Andrew by 30 seconds as well. So I always am.
You know what?
but
Am
that's fine.
I ahead of all of you? Because you know what I'm gonna do?
Yes.
I'll pause this for a couple seconds.
I'm looking at MVP cut a promo right now.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me when the promo ends. And okay, hold on. I'm gonna get to that point, and then when the promo ends, I'm gonna pause it. Okay. Promo ended for me. 1, 2.
Still listening to him.
You just turned around and it's done. Now they're in the ring.
There we go. Lashley's in the ring right now with MVP. Is that better, guys?
All right. Now I'm only 3 seconds. Now I'm only 3 seconds behind you.
Okay. I don't care about you. I care more about Kevin. I want Kevin to be comfortable. I need all the viewership I can.
See? I'm such a POS. Damn.
All right. So I think we're way closer now.
Yeah. I hope Apollo
Andrew
loses and just and joins.
You don't like Apollo? See, I don't know, man.
So let's
I feel like he'll do more for his career.
Guys, if you're watching, here's the deal. I know that we got a bunch of people on Facebook right now. Anita says, Roman's a traitor. Matt Ryan from Catalyst Wrestling in the chat. Kevin Wright, I can't wait to see Roman Reigns. This is what we're going to do here tonight. If you're in the chat, it's going to be very difficult for me to follow through, unfortunately, because I'm managing like 4 chat rooms. If you want to join in,
I'll get on the Facebook.
Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to post a link.
I'm on YouTube.
I'm going to post a link on Facebook here. And I'm going to encourage you guys to come on over to YouTube. You can stay on Facebook. It's fine. You can watch on Facebook. Join our YouTube chat room. There we go. All right. And let's get this party going here. MG Geek, did I share this in the group?
Yes, you did.
Okay, perfect.
Hold on. I'll see.
Pump it up.
So I was thinking about trying at some point to do the rooms feature in Facebook for like a Raw.
Okay.
And just do it in there for the group, for the people that are in the group. But I asked a couple weeks ago and people were like, I just like chatting.
All right.
I was like,
they could chat.
all right. But I think if you and I get in there, I think we will get people.
Maybe we can do something tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow I am actually back in the Thunderdome, or supposedly. I don't know if I'm going to get in. I got in again, signed up. So I just want to see what it looks like, man. I just want to see, do I see the same feed as everyone else? Do I see the network feed, or do I see like behind the hard cam? I want to know. I got questions. You know?
I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to see. That's a great question.
Exactly. I have questions.
Because I'm sure they're feeding it on the screen.
Right. I just want
to I want to know.
Kevin, $20. Since you care so much, have some more wine on me. Love you, Kev. Red Theory, Messi. Did Messi leave his team? Is that what's going on here? Is that why we're so upset about Messi? Everybody's very upset about Messi. What do you think? Who do you think will win the triple threat match? Roman, Fiend, or Braun? I'm gonna go with Roman.
Red Theory, chill.
I'm gonna go with Messi. I know I'm upset too about Messi, guys. Very upset about it. Who's the better role model, Bayley or Britt Baker? As a shoot or as a work? I don't know. I would say that Bayley. I would say that Bayley is a better role model. You know, she teaches girls as a work to mature into a soccer mom. And Britt Baker's a dentist. I don't know if you guys heard that.
So, as a shoot, I
think they're both fine.
I think the woman that has a 500, I don't know how much dentists make, but $300,000 a year plus a major wrestling contract.
Yeah.
I think she's doing pretty good for herself.
Great role model.
Who is better, Adam Cole or Keith Lee?
Adam Cole or Keith Lee? Better is a difficult thing to say. I think Keith Lee is going to do better in WWE than Adam Cole. Is that weird for me to say? What do you guys think?
No, not at all. I think people generally like Adam Cole, but then you just naturally know that that's not Vince's type, right? He's just too. I mean, then again, Daniel Bryan
like
wasn't
him more,
supposed to be exactly, and he's such a good. So I was listening to Brian Alvarez, and Dave talk about the 4-way that's happening Tuesday, and and Brian is just going off on who there's no faces, are all heels now, and who's the face, and there's no faces on NXT, and I'm like, dude, just let it play out. Let the match happen. I guarantee you by the end of that 60-minute match, there will be a huge baby face. And I'm betting it's Adam Cole. I don't know. I just think that's where they're going with that. I was like, listen, I'm like, don't get ahead of yourself, dude.
Let me see the chat here. Who won the Universal title match? Nobody yet. The match is going on last.
Right now.
Yeah, pay-per-view just started. Who do you think is the best wrestler? The best wrestler, probably Okada. I would say Kazuchika Okada's the best wrestler. Kenny a year ago, I would have said was the best right now in the world. Who do you guys think is the best wrestler right now in the world?
Oh man,
Has to be Okada still, right? Currently. It's hard to do with the Japanese guys, right? Because
are we talking work rate? Are we talking work rate, or are we talking like overall? Because that to me makes a big difference.
Overall, but let me take this call. We got a caller here. Caller, you're on the air. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Hey, Chris, Detroit.
Hey, what's going on?
I just wanted to call and comment on your subway culture.
Yes.
Last time I was in New York, I was on the subway going from Brooklyn into Manhattan, and this guy was sitting there taking up 2 seats. It was a long ride, and it just made much longer by the fact that this man managed to put up probably about a half gallon of lotion on his feet.
Oh my God. You know what? You had it easy. I'm going to tell you. You want me to tell you? That's nothing. You want me to tell you my worst subway experience? I had a homeless guy vomit blood on my shoes. Just start vomiting blood on me. And I had to go I ran to First Med immediately. And they're like, what do you want us to do? That was the response I got. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, this happens every day. What are you talking about? It's like a common thing here. People just vomit blood on you.
Hey, you're in the wrong line, pal.
Are you watching the show? Who do you think is going to win the title tonight?
I haven't been following a lot lately, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say Roman.
Okay, love it.
Because, he's Vince's boy, right?
That's Vince's boy. Awesome.
I got a question for you, Broski, on the phone, because I forget your name, because I'm a horrible person.
Chris.
If you could picture Andrew as any character from a movie, who would it be?
Oh my God, you're gonna get a Photoshop out of this.
Oh my God, that's
and it better not be Aladdin.
Now we got John.
No.
That's stereotypical.
As any character, oh man, Steve Gutenberg and 3 Men and a Baby.
That's perfect. Also, Adam in the chat room said Barbarella. Freaking love it.
Oh
love
my
it.
God.
Thanks, dude, for the call, man.
Hey, no problem.
Awesome. 888-828-1437. That's 888-828-1GFQ. You know what? Love that we have this freaking phone line system. The best $5,000 we ever spent on that on 2 callers a week.
Call in. Everyone, if you don't want to chat, if you want to call in and give us your predictions for the main event tonight.
Yeah. Dude, Shelton, you know who's extremely underrated that never got that big push? Shelton.
Yes, agree.
This dude is
always
so
the shadow
he
to
was
Charlie
so
Haas.
close. My favorite Shelton Benjamin moment was in one of the Money in the Bank matches where he ran completely up the leaned over ladder and like onto the next ladder. I'm like, and that was the first time I ever seen anything like that. And I thought that was the coolest move ever.
What?
And now you see it all the time.
Dude, his match with
Remember when
Shawn?
He was in, I think it was a Money in the Bank, and he ran.
I think it was
They
like
had
the first one
they
ever,
had the
yeah.
ladder. Yeah, they had the ladder leaning over sideways, and he did like a sprint up it and then jumped. Now they do it all the time. Now Seth Rollins has done that several times. But first time I seen that, I was like, okay, I like this guy.
I really love the Team Angle jumpsuits that they came out with. They look so satiny
dude,
smooth.
they were satiny smooth, dude. They were great. Shelton Benjamin. Oh, by the way, we never finished this. Who's the best wrestler in the world right now? We never finished it.
Oh.
Chat room. Tell us who you think is the best wrestler in the world.
Man.
I don't watch any
New
Japan stuff, so I'm skewed.
You know
no, but you're not skewed. That's fine. Who's the best wrestler for what you watch?
You know what?
That still wrestles, I would have to say Jericho.
Jericho's the best wrestler in the world that you see. Best character? Yeah, I would say one of the best characters.
Mm-hmm.
Pudding says, pugging. Blue Meanie, my boy. Brian.
Dark Star, I agree with you.
John Moxley. Two John Moxleys right now. That's interesting.
And I was just thinking of who it is. Just based on character work and ring work, now that he's not being handicapped by WWE booking and he can do his own stuff, I do like what he does, man.
Best, I'm going to go with, if I were to say best wrestler in the world, I have to say it's Okada, plain and simple. But it's hard. It's hard because New Japan really hasn't done much this year. And that's I would still say it's Okada. A year ago, I would have said Kenny Omega, by far the best wrestler in the world. Great question from Sai, S-A-I. I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name. Who's your favorite wrestler in WWE right now? That's a great question. For me,
I know who mine is going to be.
You know what's funny with WWE? I view WWE a little bit differently because everybody's kind of elevated the same way, and they do the same type of push for everybody. Keith Lee, love him. Who do I want to see with that title? AJ Styles. I'm gonna go with Styles. He's my favorite wrestler in WWE. Yeah. Styles is my favorite wrestler. And he's coming at the end of his career, dude. Styles he has a couple more years left. It's 40,
I'll
41.
tell you what, man.
42.
What I seen on Friday, there it is. There's new title, new champ.
New title. You know what? Lashley got that title. There's a reason for that. I just want to tell you. What do you think of that U.S. title?
Believe Andrew.
I love it.
Believe Andrew.
Believe in me. There's a reason for this. Who the hell is this?
In Andrew we trust.
Who is this guy? Wait a minute. There's no camera photographers at the ring. They banned that in like 2000. Nice Canon. Look at that. It's an L series lens too. That's an expensive lens.
Do you remember when you see those old photos? Oh God, instant photos on the screen.
How they get the picture so fast,
dude? They took that like last week. Someone, and imagine if this didn't work, they're like, make sure it uploads. Make sure it uploads. You know what's sick, though? That belt reminds me of the big gold.
Oh, shit.
Have you guys noticed how much it resembles the big gold belt?
Who is it? Oh.
Cruz. Who comes out to help Cruz? Does Cedric run out?
Nope.
Says, I'll get it back.
Who's your favorite women's wrestler? Hold on, here's one. Who's your favorite women's wrestler in WWE? Let's see.
WWE
Who's my favorite women's wrestler in WWE? I really like Sasha and Bayley right now.
I do too.
Probably
for me, it's between Sasha and Liv.
Io Shirai. Io
Shirai is a great one. For me, though, man, Sasha Banks is always, for whatever reason, I've always liked her work and what she does. Even though everybody's like, she's not safe and all that bullshit.
No, Sasha's
I hate when
fine.
people
Sasha's very good worker.
Sasha's one of the best aggressive workers you're going to find. She does pattern herself after Eddie Guerrero, and you can tell in the way she works. She is very good.
Yeah, I would say Sasha or Liv.
Sasha or Liv.
Charlotte. Charlotte's going to be kind of
listen, Charlotte's
hard
the best.
to...
Charlotte is really. I know a lot of people don't like Charlotte, but she has. I mean, she's just so good at the role she plays, and that's kind of why people don't like her.
Yeah,
she's very good. And by the way, she's very generous. A lot of people don't know that about her. She's not a selfish worker at all.
Correct.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot about how the shelf life of the women are a little shorter. They got to keep shoveling new women in faster. And I think they've realized that. They got to keep the cupboard full down. In
Well,
NXT.
Tessa's going to be showing up soon, so.
You think that's happening still? She just got married this last weekend. Did you know that?
Wasn't that wedding supposed to be in Mexico? But it wasn't. It ended up being in California.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that whole story about how she had to stay in Mexico so she could get married was not a true story.
Interessante. Did you get the latest Photoshop I sent you?
Did I? I load it up? Maybe not. What was the last one?
Okay, Sai, you're from India. Cool.
Oh, yes. Yes, I got it. All right, let's see this one. Do you really want to hurt me?
Oh my God.
Do you really want to make me cry?
Oh, this ought to be good. I just got a notification from WrestlingNews.co. I hate this
Hold on,
site.
do you see the screen right now?
Yes, I do. Oh my God, I do now. That's actually perfect.
That is actually perfect. You know, when I was a kid,
It's
I
on
absolutely loved,
Shantae out on the
out on the town in the 80s. It's big. You know what? Fun fact: the Culture Club. He was part of the Culture Club, which was a 80s
correct
pop band. Do you
Which
know
was
what
really
Sapphire
popular in my
39
youth.
was before it was Sapphire 39? It was called the Culture Club
Culture Club. I was about to say there had to have been a
on
there had to been a
39th Street. Where are you from? I'm from New York City. Jonathan is in Los Angeles. And MG Geek is from Sesame Street.
Correct. Perfect.
Oh, God.
Would Tessa go through
I took the
NXT? No,
edible.
main roster for Tessa. Tessa would go straight
You
to the
think
main
she's
roster.
going right to the main roster?
You know what? Unless they want to do NXT needs some help, so she's main roster ready.
What I would do with her?
Be a
No,
good
this is what I
challenger
would
for
do with
Riott.
her.
Oh, big hold on,
I
Paul
would-
Heyman promo. Here's a Paul Heyman promo here. From Scarsdale, New York. What contract are they talking about?
Roman still didn't sign the contract for the match tonight.
But they announced the match already.
Yeah.
So how?
I guess just in hopes.
I mean, Big Keith Lee. Just call him Big. I don't want the limited. I just want to be like Big Keith Lee. New York is a beautiful city.
That
It is
sounds-
terrible.
that
I'm going to tell you something. New York is disgusting right now, and it's the worst place you could go.
Dude,
It's
I
absolutely
seen
the
that
shits.
Twitter photo you
New York is
you
falling
posted.
apart right now.
Oh, the dude like
Incompetence.
boning some dude on the sidewalk.
What?
That Twitter
Oh.
photo you put out today?
No, it wasn't boning somebody. He was raping her.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, they
I
caught him.
didn't-
They caught the
didn't show-
guy. Yeah, and by the
Dude,
way,
that's
that's
just
the train
on
that
the
I take.
street.
It's a Q train. I take that all the time to go up to Lex and 63rd.
Just like that sounds so terrible, man. There's nothing right about that at all.
No, they caught the guy.
Um,
No, I have no desire. I have to go back to the city, and I really have no desire to go back. Like, I live in New York City. I think this is a confusion with a lot of people. But New York City is beyond Manhattan. Like, it's not just Manhattan and Brooklyn and the Bronx. I live in Queens. Most of Queens is like a city, but where I am, I'm in the suburbs. I'm at the northeasternmost tip. Like, I'm right by the water here. It's the suburbs. We have no subway. We got barely any buses here. We got like 2 buses. We got a train to go
You
into
sounded
Manhattan.
really New York when you said 2 buses.
We got 2
You got
buses.
2 buses.
It comes out.
I know. I love it.
See, that
Makes me
that
feel like
isn't
I'm
bad
hanging
for
out
me.
back in
It
Jersey
isn't-
with my
Not
friends.
terrible.
Let's see. Big E
Well, there
versus
you go.
Sheamus. This is a big moment for Big E because they really need to push him in as a single star. I say get rid of all the color and just put him in just black. Just
I want him
make
to go
serious.
back to. I want him to go back to the 5 gimmick, but I don't think they'll do that on
No,
the main
they won't.
roster.
That reminds me. Did you guys watch the Braun Strowman Chronicles on the network?
No, I haven't watched that one yet.
So
Why?
I
How
watched a
was
little
it?
bit of it it was good in the beginning. It was a little weird seeing him get so emotional because he's supposed to be this monster on TV, and you have this whole documentary of him crying. But I just thought it was interesting that they had FCW footage of him in trunks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he was just in the skinny trunks, his gut hung over it like Peter Griffin, and it was actually impressive.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm curious to see that. I've never seen his FCW. He only had like 8 matches in ever. Was it FCW or was it NXT?
It might have been NXT, like on the little loop they did, but it was definitely not a televised venue. You could tell.
So I got a little trivia
All right.
question for
Yeah.
the room. I've actually told Andrew this answer before, but he might not remember it, so we'll throw it out there. So Tyler Breeze won a tag team title on Wednesday, right?
Tyler Breeze won a tag title, yes, on Wednesday.
Yes.
With
He's got one
Fandango.
other developmental tag title. Who was his partner?
Oh man, that's a great question. Who was his partner when he had a developmental? I don't remember. He had an FCW tag title, right?
Yeah. We'll see.
Oh,
if
I know who it
someone's
is.
gonna.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Damn
Roman.
it! You weren't supposed to give it away.
God damn
You
it!
were
You
supposed
know
to
what?
chat guess.
The only reason why I said it is because I wasn't sure. I can't believe my memory went to that.
I told you this. I told you this like a long time ago on one of these watch-alongs. I brought that up. I thought that was curious, and you guys talking about that made me think about, for whatever reason, Tyler Breeze.
Who won? Apollo Lashley. Lashley won. He's the new United States champion.
Correct.
Sheamus. I don't know what the hell they're doing with Sheamus. Why does he look like a 1920s booker? A bookie.
Sami Zayn's dressing him.
Yeah, he looks like a bookie now.
Dude, did you see how rough Sami Zayn looked on
Oh,
SmackDown?
he looked like crap. He looked terrible, and he's
He just
very
looked
thin.
rough.
Very thin.
Like he hasn't
Is
worked
he
out
sick?
at all.
No, he's been off TV for like 4 months.
Yeah, same reason Roman was off as of COVID concerns.
I mean, here's the
And
thing, though.
I called it.
Sammy
And
chose not to come in. They told everybody, if
Right.
you're not comfortable coming, don't come. So he didn't come in. Roman, understandable. The guy is in remission.
Well, his
From
reason
leukemia.
was the kids. His reason was newborns and not so much the leukemia.
Who, does Sammy
But
have kids?
Either way. No,
Sammy
I don't
doesn't
think he does.
Yeah.
Sammy,
My wife
for
said
whatever reason, just
Sheamus.
didn't wanna
Kevin
do it.
says, my wife said Sheamus is the only guy who's ever made me look tan.
Oh, my God.
Oh, here comes Big E. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
So-
and Andrew's the only guy that's made Shin look pale.
Yeah, I make Shin look pale.
So
with
do you
this
guys
hand.
remember, okay, when Paige showed up and she was so white, and I'm like, how can this woman be that
Yeah.
white? Have you seen pictures of her now?
She's like normal tan.
She's
like a
like
normal
looks
skin
no,
like
tone.
she's like your level of tan.
Dude, that
now.
LA sun does something to you, man.
God.
Is she in LA?
Yeah, she's in LA.
Yeah, yeah, she lives there.
That LA sun changes you.
Been there
But
a
also,
couple years.
do you remember? I don't know if you guys remember, but the makeup they used to do on her, because she's so pale, it would.
Right.
This is like a camera thing, right? It didn't have a minus green filter, so she actually looked
Okay.
green until they started using minus green makeup on her. So, so I'll give you. I don't know if you guys can see this, but my lights in here tend to make me get a little green if I'm not that tan. It's for whatever reason. I use a minus green filter on all the lights, so the lights have like this pink sheet on them that make the color a little bit more natural. So I think
you
for
could
her,
do that with
You could do that with
any lights
lighting.
that just take the green out. just take the green out of it, right?
Take the green out.
More or less
So-
is what you're saying.
Yeah. So Jonathan, by the way, that photo, it is NXT. That is probably
Yeah, I see that.
he only had 8 matches before ever,
Right.
before coming to the main roster. That's probably like his 3rd match.
Yeah.
And I don't know who he wrestled. I don't know who that is on the ground.
So going
Yeah, I
so
can't
so
tell
on
you.
that same
He doesn't
topic,
look bad.
going back to the Tessa Blanchard thing.
Yeah.
That's what I would do with her. I would just put her on the PC, have her work the training matches and the PC days, not put her on, maybe put her on a house show if they're doing them, and then just bring her up to the main roster after they're comfortable that she knows what she's doing.
No.
in their
They are
system.
it's not a matter if they think she knows what she's doing. For Tessa, they're very confident in her ability. They just
With
don't
them.
know. The big match is her and Charlotte, right? That's the match.
Charlotte, absolutely.
Like, that's
Absolutely.
the match. It's Tessa Blanchard and Charlotte. And then you could have all these clips of Tully and Rick and all that stuff, the Horseman stuff.
Tessa Blanchard.
Listen here, Tessa Blanchard. Listen here,
Oh,
baby
my God.
doll. Tip my hat
it's
to a
so
lady. I'll tip my hat when I see a lady. Don't come here touching the brim of the $150 lid on my hat. I'ma slap
my
them
God.
lips upside of your face. That Jezebel.
Andrew just threw me in a time machine. It took me back to 1984 or 86.
It's 1984. We're in the Omni. 1986. We're in the Omni right now. Listen here, Tessa
my
Blanchard. Listen here, baby doll. Tip my hat to a lady.
Yeah,
I got better luck tipping my hat to a Jezebel on the street, Jack. Best Dusty promo ever. Any
my God.
promo,
He has some
anybody.
good ones,
you know who
man.
uses Jezebel? Jezebel is back in wrestling. Jim Ross says Jezebel all the time on commentary
Jezebel.
now.
I heard him say that, and I'm like, that is so dated.
Love it. It's so
But if he
dated,
keeps
but so
doing it,
good.
What if
Who did he
keeps
call a
doing it, it
Jezebel?
won't
He
be.
called the girl from NWA that's with Brody Lee now.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Anna Jay.
Anna Jay. He called her a Jezebel. He goes,
Yeah.
that Jezebel. That Jezebel.
By the way, speaking of somebody that is getting a break on AEW, so Tay Conti was struggling down in NXT.
yeah, big
She
time.
essentially leaves the company and gets a main roster call up.
Yep.
If you think about
I think
it.
that's everybody.
And
Look
she's
at
gonna
everybody
do
on
well.
that roster, though. Yeah, but
Yeah.
look at that roster, right? Like Ricky
Yep.
Starks.
Mhm.
That's a guy that would never
Uh,
made the main roster.
No, not
And that
not
dude is
WWE.
cutting rock level promos.
Mm.
Hold
He kind
on,
of
we
does
got-
have that kind of swagger. Uh-oh.
Shit.
Oh,
we got
do I want to know?
Oh shit.
Harry,
Hold
on.
Harry in the chat room, by the way.
Hold up. Who's in
Hi,
the
Harry.
chat room? Harry.
Enchante a Jezebel, Harry wants to know.
He's a Jizabel.
Jezebel, excuse me.
Listen here, Jizabel. Harry, call in, man. I love Harry. He's the sweetest boy ever.
Does he have a VMix?
Here,
Info?
hold on. You ready? There he go.
Oh my God!
First of all, is that? I got a question for you. Okay, is that
Yeah.
the Photoshop of me as the person that Conceda Worst? Is that a Photoshop of me as Conceda Worst, or is that Conceda
No, that's
Oh
that's
my
the Photoshop of you.
of me as Conceda Worst? Right? Because nobody could tell
I
if
think
it's
so.
if it's not.
I don't know. Actually,
Deacon-
it's just off Google.
Deacon
Images.
as the baby, and Rich as it was Tom Selleck. No, who played that character? Not Tom Selleck. Oh my God, why does my brain stop? Man and a baby.
yeah, it was Tom Selleck or Ted Dawson. No, Ted Dawson.
Ted Danson. No,
Danson,
it
yeah.
was Tom Selleck. Ted Danson, yeah. No, it was Tom Selleck. It is Tom Selleck. Tom Selleck, Steve Gutenberg, and Ted Danson. That is the best. I gotta see that again. Holy moly. That's the best. That is freaking phenomenal. That made my life. Right there. That one Photoshop changed everything in my life. The trajectory of my future changed with that photo. 888-828-1437.
I didn't even get to the ones I texted you about last night yet.
Oh
the
my
ones
God.
that I said your wife are gonna be so happy.
Oh yeah, I gotta see this. Hold on, I gotta send this to her right now. That's the freaking best.
Question for you while you do that. What do you think Reigns being a Heyman guy? Is it a good thing?
I absolutely love it. I love that concept.
I
Now,
do
I don't
too.
know if it's going to execute the way that we think it will, but I absolutely love that Roman Reigns is aligned with Heyman. It's a nice, forget about like the heel or face thing, right? But it's a great way to make him serious. Like, this dude will be serious with him. I think that's the key here. The key is that you're going to take him and make him into a legitimate badass. And I think he's going to get over. If this is the role, if they go forward with this, I'm 100% positive it's going to go over.
Mm-hmm.
I got to send this to my wife. I got to send this photo right now to her. Holy shit. That's freaking unbelievable. You guys
So
are
I've
sick.
only ever seen this picture when Googling Andrew Zarian. So can you give me a backstory on who Chanchito Worst is?
So she won the Eurovision competition in 2000 and something, 2014, 13, and
14's what this said.
14. Okay, 2014. And somebody said I was on Brian Brushwood and I was on which Brian Brushwood show was I on? Do you remember MG Geek?
Was that it? Oh, was that the
NSFW?
One?
It might have been. It might have been
Mhm.
that. And they somebody brought it up, and then they photoshopped me as Concita, and nobody could tell if it was the Photoshop or the actual photo.
Hmm.
So that's how this came up.
And
That's
forever will live
freaking-
on Google next to Kanye West.
I mean, that's really something. That's really. I got to send this to Deacon right now. He looks like such a fucked up baby, man. What a fucked up baby. Holy
Deegan's
moly.
tweets with no what's the word I'm looking for?
It's common sense?
Andrew, let me know
No,
if you
with
got a
no
text message.
With no what?
context is
No
hilarious.
context. No
Oh, you did.
context. No context. Brandon, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. I'm the advocate for the suffering succotash. It was NSFW. Yeah, that's how I discovered your show. You know what, dude? I gotta go. I gotta get back on with those guys. They haven't invited me in a while. I think actually, I was on last year. I was in LA when I was on.
You
I was
were
in,
on.
Spencer
Yeah,
Studio.
you were on last. You were on last year, and you had me like jump in the chat with
What
you.
is that?
If
Oh,
I
that's
do
a
recall.
show?
Yeah, it's not
um,
called NSFW anymore. It used to be called NSFW.
NSFW is when Leo Laporte hosted.
Yeah.
I do believe.
Yeah.
Mm.
Night
So what's
Attack
it about?
now.
It's
Night Attack. It's like a total random internet culture. They talk about whatever they.
Yeah.
It's a very random show. Great show though.
it's
yeah.
honestly similar to what we're doing right here, only not wrestling based, where they just kind of just go on different tangents and pop culture, internet culture, things like that. And it's definitely not safe for work because
Justin Robert Young, Mattman regular. I have to have him on again. I haven't spoken to Justin in so long. He got so involved with. I mean, his career's blown up, but the politics stuff has been tremendous for him.
is that what he does now? Politics.
Politics.
Well, politics is a hot button, man. Politics
he's very good at it.
I would just lose. I would blow my brains out if I tried to cover politics in any way.
Yeah, he does a tremendous job with everything he does. He's very talented. It's really funny. You want to know what a small world it is? So, I did the show a bunch of times, right? With on NSFW and Night Attack, and Justin called me, and he's like, "Hey, dude," he's like, "I know this is really effing weird, but I just landed in New York. I was gonna stay with a friend in Jersey City, and he's not answering. Like 2 days, I haven't heard from this guy. I don't know what to do. Can I stay with you?" And by the way, we weren't very close friends. Like we had done each other's show. That's it. I'm like, yeah, dude, whatever. Seems like a normal enough guy. sounds like a cool enough guy. I'm like, yeah, because he was going to a Ring of Honor show, and we were going to meet up anyway. Ring of Honor was running Terminal 5. Okay. This is 2015, summer of 2015. My wife was pregnant, newly pregnant, and she came to the show. So we were going with like a big group of guys, right? Like it was like a bunch of us. So I'm like, yeah, dude, no problem. I'm like, I got a guest room. I cleared it up a little bit. By the way, normal enough guy. He's nuts, but like in a very charming way, much like me. I'm very charming in real life. I'm nuts, but I'm charming. I could piece myself together enough where you're like, you know what? He's a little nuts. He's okay though. So they I meet him and everything's great. We go to the show and he's like, yeah. He goes, and the guy, it's so funny. The guy that I was supposed to stay with is at the show. I was like, really? He goes, hold on, let me go see him. Let me introduce you to him. Pulls me out. He's like, hey, I want to introduce you to Andrew, tells the guy. And I look at him and I go, Harry? He's like, Andrew? I go, how the fuck do you know Justin? He goes, oh, we were neighbors in Florida. I'm like, then why didn't you answer the fucking phone when he called? What a small world we live in, right? Harry Targinian, regular on the show. I met him on Lunatic Radio. He was a stand-up comic. Just like, what are the odds of this being the scenario? By the way, I knew
full circle, man.
And I knew Harry. Like, we always had a good time being. I think we did a show twice together. We weren't like friends like we are today. We knew each other. Like what? But like we admired each other's careers. But my God, what a weird bubble. Isn't that the greatest Justin story? I mean, what a weird.
Harry on.
And then we smoked cigars and drank whiskey in my backyard.
Wrestling. There you go.
Yeah, we sat in my backyard last week.
Huh?
Wasn't Harry on last week?
The dude in the background kind of looks like Alex Jones. Which dude in the background?
He was on with on NXT with us.
Yeah, Friday. He was on with us Friday.
Yeah. Saturday.
Good pick there.
Yeah, Saturday.
Biggie got it. Nice strong match by Biggie. Undo the strap.
Did you see that YOLO dive he did when you're in your little soliloquy there?
No, I didn't see it.
He did one of the sickest YOLO dives I've ever seen him do.
This dude is big, man. Look at that chest. Holy moly.
He's ripped. Oh my God. See why? So this is why I go, why do they wear singlets?
He wants to.
Him and Roman should not have anything.
But you know what though?
Chest.
He's such a monster in size. It doesn't even matter if he wears a singlet.
Right.
Hold on. He's going to cut a promo now.
Why do I feel like this pay-per-view has more weight on it than SummerSlam did? You know what I mean? Like it's the second half of SummerSlam.
A little bit.
Like it's
good job.
Second night.
It seems to be more.
What if that was a concept, right? What if they wanted to do a 2-night SummerSlam? Yeah. And that this was a compromise.
That's the move right there. There was the YOLO dive that he did. Biggie, give us. Well, there's one of your handful of guys to face Roman down the road.
So Jonathan sent me a photo of one of my shows, early Andrew Zarian show. So this is probably 2010, early 2011, early 2011. And he goes, I need the story here. Why does it look like you're holding a gun to them? It's my wife and one of my close friends at the time, Joe, that was on the show. And I wrote, 'cause I am.
Fair enough. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm looking for stuff for a Photoshop and I came across this image, Andrew. I gotta text this to you.
Is it the sexy one where I'm holding my hair?
No.
There is one out there.
You don't want to know what I'm searching for right now?
Oh shit.
Why is this a thing?
Oh, that wasn't for me. That wasn't a search with me.
No, that wasn't a search for you. No.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That is terrible and terrifying that I can't even mention on the air.
I know.
Matt Riddle. This guy's kind of gotten deflated since coming to the main roster, huh?
Oh, my God. So, Andrew, did you see the video I sent you?
What?
Do you remember the video I sent you? I sent you in Messenger. It was the tail end of the WWE SummerSlam watch along.
No. What did you send me?
I sent it to you, but it's the last.
Was it a
minute.
picture?
So,
Was it one of his crotch shots that he used to post on Instagram, Matt Riddle?
No.
That he deleted all of them now?
No,
he used to constantly post photos of him in underwear with like his whole package just like flapping around. Yeah, just right there.
No, this was the watch along. So he was watching when Bray won and he was on with the bump guys and he's going, oh yeah. He goes, finally. He goes, Riddle. He says, oh, finally Bray got that title back from that suspension or whatever. He basically wouldn't acknowledge that Goldberg beat him.
Oh, that's really funny.
And then he goes, okay, that's cool. I'm gonna eat chicken wings now. And he must have been a little behind the feed, and he's starting to eat his wings. And all of a sudden, the other guys in the feed just start marking out because Roman shows up. And he's marking out, and then all of a sudden he realizes it, and this white pale face looks over, and there's a dude in the room with him. He looks at the guy, and he goes, "There goes my push."
Oh, that's really funny.
And then they're all laughing. And then he goes, okay, I got to save this. He goes, I got it now. The Broman Empire.
That's really funny. Dude, he's so good. Like, no, and they've done nothing with him.
There's another guy that I think they'll line up for Roman if they do pull the trigger on Roman tonight. I think that match could draw.
Kids love him. Man.
Don't you feel
who, Roman?
Especially
Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle. I gotta tell you, man, I've seen this guy wrestle a bunch of times on the indies.
He does a Superman punch.
Freaking good. He does do a Superman punch. Yeah, he's so freaking good.
I think you could definitely do something with that.
He's so freaking good, this guy, and it's not working. It's not working. I know they cooled off on him with everything that went happen, but oh, look at this! Look at that promoting here. There's Evolve.
Oh yeah.
I think I might have been in that corner right there for Evolve, where Keith Lee comes out. So actually, I think having Evolve there is going to be a great example of showing how great Matt Riddle is. I wonder, did they add more stuff? Because some of that content.
All right, we're starting with King Corbin.
Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle.
They're running through this show really fast, huh?
They are. This is going to be done in 2 hours.
What are we at right now?
It's about to be 5 o'clock my time. So
no, I want to see the matches. WWE Payback. I wrote playback. I don't know why I keep writing playback.
Oh well, we still have Ray Dominik, Keith Lee, Orton, the women's tag match, and the WWE Championship match.
We have 5 matches. Done. 5 matches right now. Okay. They've only done 2 matches? No, that can't be. They've done 3 matches? Yeah.
Well, the one was on the pre-show.
I feel like there's been matches going on for hours.
Well, yeah, they did one at the 30-minute mark.
Well, we started
at
6. That's the issue. So, Andrew, you and I
started really early.
You and I have been live for almost 2 hours, so that skews your kind of head on how far we are.
Watching is really
when they do these.
So I tend to have to rewatch this after we do these because I really because I can't really. I'm seeing it and I'm reacting, but I'm also doing like 500 other things with the chat room and I'm doing Twitter and everything else.
Correct.
It's kind of difficult.
So, when I'll tell you what, when I rewatched SummerSlam, I rewatched the main event, the end of it. I realized I missed so much nuance of what Roman did, like all the little things he said to Braun on the outside when he told him, he goes, I made you. You're not the monster without me. There was so much nuance in that.
Yeah,
and just
there's
I was
a lot
like,
that's
wow,
gonna happen. They have a plan. These guys.
God, I hope they do. They need to put Riddle over strong. I wish he would just go through Corbin. Just saw him in half in like 30 seconds, like he did Cassius Ohno.
I'm surprised they're still running with that King Corbin gimmick. I feel like the King stuff typically. Why does that guy have an eye patch? Why
Which
does the guy
guy?
at the Thunderdome have an eye patch?
Guy in
Maybe
the
he has
Thunderdome,
an eye
like,
patch. Maybe he
shaking
has
his
an eye
head.
patch. Maybe his eyes fucked up, dude.
True.
Had a real
True.
fail at home. Oh, is that what they said? I didn't hear it. Well, I think that because they alluded to the affair. So they made the affair public.
Who did?
And he's lost. By the way, Matt Riddle has lost a lot of size.
He has.
Tremendous.
He doesn't
I mean,
look as thick.
no, he's
I
lost.
wonder
I
if
mean,
it.
an unbelievable amount of size. I think people. He was extremely impressive. Like, he looked like Kerry Von Erich. He looked like the Texas Tornado, this guy. He's like 20 pounds of muscle lighter.
I wonder why. I wonder if they asked him to do it or if he did it.
Why would they want? Maybe he was on the gas.
Maybe
Quite possible.
Before he got to WWE, that's possible.
Yeah.
After he left, remember, I mean, he did leave. Supposedly, all his drug violations in UFC were weed related, but who knows?
Believable.
He's still pretty. I mean, he's still got a
No, he's still big, but I mean, he's nowhere near the size that he was.
right.
Yeah, his chest and arms way small. I mean, let me see. Matt Riddle, 2015.
Like 20.
Oh yeah, here you go.
2015, 20.
Dude, look at this guy. Totally different size. This guy, I mean, just look up Matt Riddle from 2015, 2016 Matt Riddle, I would say.
This was when he was on the Indies
2017.
or when he was in UFC?
No, Indies. Post UFC. Even early debut in NXT, like first debut in NXT.
Oh my God.
Totally a
Those punches
different.
he just threw look terrible. He doesn't look good here for some reason. I hope this turns around quick.
Well, it's also, look how big Corbin is.
Okay, that looked better. Those punches looked better than the ones he was giving to his
Nice
ribs.
lock. Nice Kimura. Dude, this guy was a fucking stud on the Indies. You failed in WWE. Oh, this is what they said. You failed in WWE the same way you failed at home. Wow. I mean, Kerry was huge. I know, Kerry was way bigger, but I mean, this dude, he resembled Kerry so much.
But Kerry also
he was so talented.
Clearly juiced up.
Oh yeah, Kerry was on
There's
everything.
no doubt. Oh my God. I'll tell you
Big
what, though,
sleeper by
Adam,
Matt
you
Riddle
talked
and
about-
Baron Corbin.
You talked about random pay-per-views you've watched. I went back and watched the Texas one, the Texas Stadium one. Talk about
the WrestleMania.
Will anyone? No. God, what Andrew? You know, was it 83? It was right after his brother died, and they did this tribute show, and Ric Flair
Whose
came
brother?
in. Kerry Von Erich,
Okay.
David Von Erich died.
Yeah.
And this was in the 80s, and he came in, and they decided to put on this huge show in Texas.
Oh, and
that
it
was
was
before
40 for world class. It was like 40-something thousand people outdoors.
It was packed, jammed, and they didn't. And this is before they had like it organized.
No,
so
it was the
for
first,
him to get to the ring,
he had to go through the crowd.
and it was crazy. Girls were basically grabbing his junk all the way down. There's no way he didn't have a little chubby by the time he got to the ring.
Dude, he was the thing about Kerry. I think it was May 6, 1984. He beat Ric Flair. It had 45,000 fans at, I think it was Texas Stadium. I believe
it
at
was
the
Texas
time
Stadium.
it was the largest North American crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that was like it was a
nuts.
couple. I think following that was that big gigantic 60,000 crowd that WWE did outdoors. We got a call. Let me answer this. Call, you're on the air. Who's this and where you calling from?
Hey, it's Chris in Detroit again.
Chris in Detroit. Yes, Chris.
The question is, Matt Riddle's barefoot. Didn't they make Rusev wear shoes a few years ago? Didn't that become like a rule that you had to wear something on your gross feet?
Yeah, so I think with Rusev, he sprained his ankle, and that was the end of it.
It was his choice.
For whatever reason, they're not fighting against Riddle not wearing shoes. Here's the other problem, right? You can't wear lifts if you don't wear shoes. So even though he's 6-something, this guy's looking small compared to guys that are actually smaller than him.
I'll tell you why. I think it's because of the entrance with the sandals.
I know, but that's
They like
I mean,
that
listen,
little thing.
Matt
Yeah, but
Riddle
you can
is
do
6'2". He's 6'2", legit. Shoot, 6'2".
Mhm.
Put boots on him with a little lift. This guy is 6'4", 6'5". Now you got a whole different guy, right? You got a Randy Orton size guy. You know what? That's a good Chris. Very smart man. Chris is a very smart man.
Thank you for the
I've been
idea
called
for the
worse.
Photoshop.
You've been called worse.
Yeah.
Chris, how long you been following us?
Well, let's see. When was that? That would have been right after CM Punk walked out.
Oh my God! So that's exactly when we started the show. Oh no, we started after the pipe bomb. Yeah, so 2014.
Yeah.
Oh man, you've seen every
when...
version of the show, huh? You've seen it when we had multiple guests. You've seen it when we had a tree house that we used to hang out in.
Yeah, I missed that.
I do too. I don't know where the hell that guy is. Have you seen
comedic genius? Apparently.
Oh, dude, he's brilliant. Brilliant, that guy. Him and all the other characters. You know, we got a Bruce from Connecticut now, so I think he's filling in the blanks a little bit.
You know what? That Bruce from Connecticut's actually on point.
He's great with those photoshops.
Yeah. And fast, brother, fast.
Hey,
very
Chris.
fast.
Chris, did I hear you say Detroit? You're from Detroit?
Yes.
Whereabouts?
Yeah,
roughly.
I'm actually. I mean, it's easier to say I'm from Detroit when you tell anybody. Everybody thinks Michigan's a giant farm. But I'm about a half. I'm about a half hour out from downtown, over in Northville.
Oh,
MG
okay.
Geek, you're from outside of Detroit.
Yeah, I'm near Flint. I live almost in Flint. I don't, but
I used to live in Fenton.
I live just north of Fenton. There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Maybe you guys are the same person.
I
think
thought
It was
of
like
that.
when Robin Williams was
I am
on FDU and had the
MGE.
voice changer.
Maybe
you know
you
where
are. You
Fenton
know
is, you
what?
know where Sport
Suncast is
Creek
from
is.
right outside of Detroit too. Suncast is from outside of Flint.
Yeah, and he has the he has the star the high school classmate that you brought up several times.
He went to
on the
school.
show.
He was in class with Brandy Rhodes. Him and Brandy were in the same class.
I didn't even realize she was from here.
Yeah, she's from Detroit.
Yeah, she is. Yep.
Detroit.
That's why I'm surprised. That's why I'm surprised AEW didn't get a date here by us yet.
Oh, I'm sure they were planning on it. I mean, it's a great town.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've seen so many awesome things happen in this city with wrestling, though. Like the Zamboni, I was there.
Oh yeah, the Zamboni was in Detroit.
Yeah, that was, and that was
The
when,
Joe
that
Louis
was when the
Arena.
Red Wings were. That's when the
I'm
Red
gonna
Wings
miss
were
that
the
place.
best team in the.
Did they
ever.
get rid of the Joe Louis Arena?
Yeah. Well, it's still there.
Very uncharacteristic of Detroit to actually tear down a building, but yes.
No.
But it wasn't that. Oh, I mean, 79, right? It was. I think it was 1980, 1979.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Before that, it was the Olympia.
Kobo's still there.
But Kobo they've redone
Kobo's still there.
Kobo they've redone like 4 times now, and it's actually pretty modern looking. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, well, the Joe was great acoustically, though. When there was a pop, that place, I don't know how well that came across on TV.
Okay, here's a trivia.
In person.
Here's a trivia question. What did the Joe Louis Arena replace?
I just said it.
What did you say? What did you say?
The Olympia.
The Olympia, yes. The Olympia.
Yeah.
It's now a armory, I believe.
Is it really?
Or yeah, it's like it's a military building. It's totally tore down and rebuilt.
Look at this hair loss podcast in the chat. Looking jacked, Zarian. Hold on. Let me pump these up a little bit. Ready? You ready? Here we go.
Do some
Oh
push-ups.
my God.
Here we go. I haven't lifted a weight in 3 years. I just want to tell you. And it shows.
I was going to the gym every single day, 7 days a week. I was on a regimen.
And then everything
killing it. No. I tore a lat muscle in September of 2018. I still haven't been back.
Oh,
I'm
man.
healed. I'm fine. I'm fine. You know,
It's just hard to go back.
Well,
after you do that.
I've torn my not my bicep, sorry, my pec multiple times, and it's become a rotator issue for me. So every time I get big and I start lifting heavier weights, if I start lifting 35-pound curls, I know I'm about to approach that point where I'm going to pull something. I tore this, and it was done. By the way, I just want to tell you, Spencer Corbin's in the chat room. This is a legit thing that happened. I was in LA 2016, 2017. I was in unbelievable shape, working out every day. I was doing MMA. I was doing all this. So his common law wife, she does MMA, and she's nuts. Like she's a legitimate MMA person, right? So we're all having a couple drinks, and I'm like, whatever. You're a girl. Like, I've done martial arts my whole life. I outweigh her by 50 pounds. I was like, whatever, let's do this. So they have a training room in their house. Okay? They have a big, giant training room with the mats. There it goes. Matt Riddle wins this. Great match.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Riddle just got a really good match out of freaking Baron Corbin.
Very good match out of Baron Corbin. So this is actually hysterical. So we're like rolling on the ground, right? We're doing a little bit. And I know a little bit about MMA, and I know submissions. And I get her in a rear naked, right? I put her in a rear naked, and I'm cranking, right? I'm cranking, and I could see that like she maybe loosened up a little bit, and I was like, okay, in like a second I'll loosen up. And she goes, "Are you ready?" I go, "What?" And she goes, she popped my knee. My right knee. God. Popped my right knee because you know what I did? Like an idiot, I crossed my legs. So imagine I got her rear naked, and then I crossed my legs over hers to lock it in. You're never supposed to do that. You're supposed to separate their legs so they can't do this exact thing that she did. If I told you, like, and this is not an exaggeration, this is what it was, and I'm going to show this on camera. This is how nonchalant and light of a maneuver she did. Like, that's my, like what I did to the mic. I honestly thought she broke my knee. And then she got on me and started nailing me with elbows. Forget about that. Forget about, like, my face being bruised, right? I couldn't stand. I'm like, oh, my God, she broke my knee. I got to get home tomorrow. This is like 9:30 at night. I have a 6 a.m. flight. I got to get home. And I'm looking, and I'm like,
my wife's going to be so mad.
My wife's going to be so mad. Because I told her, we were all drunk, and I call her. I'm like, oh, we're going to go wrestle. She goes, she's going to hurt you. And you better be okay because we have to go somewhere. It was like a wedding the next week or something. So I'm now on the floor, and I'm like, listen, I've had a multitude of injuries, right? I tore my hamstring, I've torn my quad, I've torn my ACL, my MCL. I was an athlete my whole life, so I've torn everything. My fingers are all broken. So I'm like, okay, I'm on the ground. I go, this feels like she really fucked up my knee, but it's not hurting. It could have been all the barbiturates I was also on that night, you know, and the alcohol. So I'm like, I feel okay. So I stand up and I'm like, okay, it really hurts, but I can move it. Let's see how it is in the morning. I wake up. My knee is 4 times the size it should be. It took me, and I didn't I didn't want to make it into a big deal. She tore my MCL and my hamstring in my right knee. God. And I wrapped that thing for 9.5 months. And I had a knee brace for 9 months because I did not want to do, I didn't want to do surgery or anything. Because it was a minor, it wasn't if I was an athlete, I would have probably gotten surgery. It still hurts to this day. I have no rotation. Like, if you put your foot down hard, right? You can go front and back. Yeah. I can't do side to side at all. My knee is brutal. Still to this day, I still have very little mobility and then I feel something pull if I try to go side to side. By the way, 112 pounds, 5'2", kicked my fucking ass.
There you go.
Kicked my ass. She is a
and that just goes to show you
deadly person.
goes to show you how badass those MMA. Anyone that does MMA, how badass they can be.
Spencer goes in the chat. She took me out once, and I had to call 911. Dude, and then all they did, and by the way, Spencer and Common Law, every day they were calling me. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I told you shouldn't have done it. I told you shouldn't have. She is a maniac. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
The fact that she called it for you. She
goes,
said,
"Are you ready?" She goes, "Watch." She goes, "You ready? You good? You got this in? You good?" And that's what it was. But she was asleep. By the way, she Babe Ruth popping my MCL.
Hey, I didn't want to interrupt your story, but did anybody else notice that Corbin was able to get his heat back like immediately?
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
He attacked him, and
why?
So this is going to continue. Fuck.
The WWE way. Heat. Everything has heat.
Heat. Yep. But I just wanted that to be it. I want Riddle to move on to something else. But obviously we're going another round.
Aaron Banks says, "Do you guys agree with Moxley being number 1 in PWI top 500? I think Adam Cole had a much better year." I think, you know what? Adam Cole did have a much better year, but think about it on the importance level. I think Jon Moxley having the run that he did was more vital and important to the company he was with compared to Adam Cole's run, right? So I get that thinking, but Adam Cole's definitely up there. It's either or. Here comes Sasha
Banks. I haven't seen a whole lot of Adam Cole, and
do we see the beginning of the split?
What was that, Chris?
Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, okay. That match Cole had with McAfee last week. Or I'm saying his name wrong, aren't I? But
McAfee.
That was McAfee. Okay. That was the first I've actually sat and watched him, and I was impressed by both of them.
Dude, that were both. I mean, first of all, Adam Cole's great, but McAfee was unbelievable.
McAfee is some of the. Talk about the biggest sandbag of someone that basically knew what he was doing and didn't tell anybody he knew what he was doing, because that's what that was.
I'm still, now my knee hurts just thinking about it, guys.
Oh God!
I've had knee problems for years. My heart breaks for you.
So I'll give you guys a list that I have. I've torn my ACL. I've torn my MCL. I tore my hamstring. I got knee problems in my left leg, my left knee, my right knee is where everything is screwed up. I broke in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers. 5 fingers.
Oh, geez.
I have a torn pec. My rotator's all screwed up. My arm only goes up to here. This is legit. I can't go up higher. And I have 4 ruptured discs in my back, in my lower back, and I got sciatica on my left leg. Every day is painful.
Oh my God.
And that was just another thing to add to the list.
I've broke both shoulders, and
I'm gonna tell you, dude. I should not. I knew I should not have taken that Klonopin that night. I knew life was gonna lead me into bad places.
That was it. That was the moment when it all went down the toilet. Just
fucking
toilet
Klonopin. I lost my mind. Chris, I don't want to hold you up, man. Thank you for the call, brother.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks so much. 888-828-1437. I just saw the photoshops that Jonathan made. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Is that gonna make me vomit more than
Jonathan? Are you there? No, I can't post these. I can post one of them. I can't post the other one. I think I lost Jonathan.
John, is he not there?
He's in chat. I'm in chat.
Okay.
Great theme on Shayna Baszler. Shayna has a great theme. Oh, walking the dog. Don't forget the Pyronis? The Pyronis. Yes, the Pyronis are also... the Pyronis just make me feel nothing that night. I was a bad boy that day. Jesus Christ.
So back to wrestling a little bit, but so this is a Vince trope, right? He loves to put 2 people that hate each other together as a tag team.
Yeah.
This is his thing. not sure. I'm not sure I like this thing.
Oh my God, Pyrones. That is not true. That is not what I had. That's a disease of the penis. I thought you were alluding to something else. I don't have a disease of the penis. Jerk.
He totally baited you into that too.
This is it. Why are the champs entering the ring first? Just seems wrong. That is interesting. Why are they entering the ring first?
Yeah. For the
Shayna Baszler's a monster. I would never step to her. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you talked about that little girl snapping your knee. Shayna might walk away with it.
Shayna will walk away. She'll Babe Ruth my whole body. Limbs. Nice drop kick to the back. Sasha misses on the second turnbuckle. Here we go.
That's got to be intimidating in a way. Working if you're just a wrestler and work with someone that has legit. Oh, she's doing the Will Ospreay.
Is that what it was?
Tucking her head under the turnbuckle and kicking it.
Abdominal. You know what I love about the MMA girls, though? You don't see it too much with the MMA guys, but they all do a legit judo hip toss.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? She does it. The other two in her crew do it. Marina does it, and
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda does it. Ronda does a tremendous one. But
Ronda Rousey's that's her discipline is judo.
I know, but they don't do but a lot of MMA guys go into it and they end up doing WWE hip tosses or
right
arm drags. They stick to their legitimate MMA style.
You know who did a good judo throw was Santino Marella.
Yeah, Santino had a good
Sasha
judo throw.
Training. Well, he was judo trained too. So
Santino Marella.
I remember popping so hard when they did that show in Italy and he showed up.
Oh, the first show.
He said, "You come in," and Vince had Umaga out there and he beat him. I was like, because I legit thought that was actually a fan. I don't know why.
Didn't they do a very similar thing with Matt Striker?
I don't remember that era. That was when I was kind of. I remember the Santino one for some reason.
I thought Matt Striker. So Matt is from my neighborhood. He's from Bayside.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Matt Striker's from my neighborhood, and so is Brian Myers. He's from my neighborhood. Like Brian Myers grew up a couple blocks away from me. So did Striker, but his debut was. It was what was it? He used the name Matt Martell, wrestled Kurt Angle in an invitational on SmackDown in Philadelphia. They asked him, so he was actually a high school teacher. He taught at Cardozo High School, where I graduated from.
Well,
I graduated.
And he made that part of his gimmick.
Yeah, and he made it part of his gimmick, but he only he went in I think he only taught for like a year or so.
I'm back.
Yo, what up?
What I miss?
A lot of talk about
God.
Andrew's leg left in L.A.
You missed all of it, man. You missed a great segment.
So you can't post my photoshops. I
can post one of them.
I thought I put a nice blur on the other. No, not good enough blur.
That is the worst blur. You know why I can't? Rich took this. So I got paid for this gig. Rich took this for a headphone company. That photo.
Oh wow!
That was an ad. That was a giggy ad.
That's funny.
Big kick out. I'm gonna get a water. I'll be back.
Okay, get me one too while you're
Hold it down.
All right.
All right, guys. Who's winning this match? All right, we're gonna ask the chat room. We're gonna get the chat back involved. Adam, Bob,
the chat has...
Jason.
Let's see.
Spencer doesn't care.
I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to see.
I need to ask Spencer a question. Spencer, how do you feel about guys that shave their head when they don't have to, like I did for 4 years?
Which
We'll
one's
see if he
Spencer?
answers. Spencer is Hair Loss Podcast.
Figured, but got it. All right, Spencer, what do
Andrews.
you think of that question of the body?
I think Bayley Banks win, but almost by mistake. Bob, I agree with you. That makes the most sense. It's basically because Nia and Shayna won't be able to get along. That should be the story, at least. I don't want them Nia and Shayna to take this now. I don't.
I do.
I'm back.
Oh, he's back.
I got a coffee instead.
I asked Spencer a question, and he didn't answer me yet.
What was the question?
I asked him, because, you know, I shaved my head for like almost 5 years, and I was actually longer than that. And I said, how do you feel about people that do that when they don't have to?
Oh, maybe he stepped out.
Is it?
You might have upset him.
I might have. He might have got pissed off.
Big forearm by Bayley. Big shove by Nia. Off the ropes, Bayley goes right into Nia's arms. Big scoop and a slam. What's coming up? Just dropped her terribly. You should do the red hair. Oh, I should dye my hair red?
There you go.
Do it.
Dude, it's so long. Look at this.
That's what she said.
Your hair is getting long.
Here we go.
He can't hear us. He doesn't have headphones on.
Look at this thing.
God.
Unbelievable. It's so long.
Can I grow my hair out and then
Okay,
next year at
Spencer's back.
WrestleMania-
What's the question?
Oh, wait, he didn't have headphones on.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
Okay. Here. So the question was, how do you feel about dudes like myself who shave their head for over 5 years when they didn't have to?
You're going to say you're lucky. You're saving yourself the torment of when it falls out.
Mm-hmm. Well, my dad's 84 and still has a full head of hair, so you do the math.
You never know, man. It's like the grim fucking Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
Just sneaks up on you.
Mm-hmm. He says, I love you.
I love you. I love it.
Well, Andrew, I was asking, if I grow my hair out for next WrestleMania, when you come to LA, can we hair together if we both just keep growing it?
Can we hair together?
Yeah, we'll hair together. Like, yeah. We'll
what is that consisting of? What do we do? We braid. Do you want to braid my hair?
No, we're gonna put our heads together and have one braid interlocking.
Let's do it, dude. I'm in.
One big slosh of hair.
I got it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to grow
Bray
mine out
Wyatt's
now.
hair.
Mine won't be as long as either of yours, but.
And then it'll be like Men in Black with the dude that had the head in the back of him.
Oh my God!
I'll be your little head in the back because I'm like a mini version of you.
Dude, let's do Road Warriors.
Both these girls can just freaking toss Sasha Banks like she's a freaking twig.
I kind of like this tag team.
I love Sasha.
I do too.
There we go.
I said earlier, man, she's my favorite women's wrestler.
That was a weird reversal X Factor.
God, I miss.
Look at that. Look at this. Look at this spot.
Good. If she broke her nose, now she will be my hero. If she broke Nia's, legit broke Nia's.
Good selling,
Andrew. I'll help you. I'll help you co-host, but we'll do a Wrestling Society X watch along for Patreon.
You know what's really funny? I don't think I've ever seen a full episode of it. I've
seen like one.
I thought it was so dumb, and I know there's like people that are a little bit younger than me thought it was so good, but it did feature. Oh wow!
Well,
big
X-Pac,
kick out,
right?
Yeah, X-Pac was
on there.
Yeah, Jack Evans, right?
Seth Rollins.
Let's see.
Seth Rollins was really?
Yeah, he was.
Seth Rollins was there.
Wow. See, I never watched it. I rarely caught any of it. I remember seeing Xbox on there once.
Yeah, it was weird. It was one season. Vampiro was there, right? 2006 by Big Vision Entertainment. It was on MTV, MTV2, MTV Trios.
Yep.
Okay, so here we go.
Trios, is that their Spanish one? Is that their Spanish channel?
Yeah.
So you had X-Pac was 6-Pac.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Sasha and Bayley can't get Nia up together. Oh, they did that way.
Yikes.
Oh, that body drop looked bad. Nia barely got herself rotated.
So, 3-6 Mafia was on that show. Pitbull was on it. Good Charlotte was on it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see.
Oh.
Ricky Banderas was their champion, and Vampire was their champion. Ricky
my
Banderas
God.
became.
Look
What
at-
is this?
Look at, oh my God.
Oh my God! Is it double
She's got
submission?
She's got them both
Oh.
just submitted.
Oh, she's gonna tap. Really stupid.
Wow.
That was a dumb ending.
Really dumb ending. Really dumb finisher.
God damn it.
I liked it.
Nia Jax is a champion.
So Bayley's the weak link.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There you go. There's the.
There it is.
They got it. But you know what? How do you do this? Okay, chat room. How do you do this? Because I don't want these two touching until Mania.
Yuck. That spot was yuck. I'm going to call it yuck.
It's just the way they. Like, there's. Adam, Nia is terrible, but what can we do? She plays a role. Oh. Bayley's
Not a fan of that ending.
So the theory I had heard that I really liked was they switched brands and then Sasha wins the money in the not the Money in the Bank, but the Royal Rumble, and then challenges Bayley after all of this. But
I hate these in-ring interviews post-winning.
yes, I do too.
What do you have to say about
Save
your
this for
winning?
tomorrow.
What do you want me to say? I fucking just won. You just defeated them. Okay. Why do I have to answer your questions? I just won my match. Thank you. You know what? Good answer.
What is Nia doing?
It was a clever spot, but it was clever on paper. Like, I thought it was an interesting spot, but it just looked terrible.
Right. It looked well. It was kind of almost anticlimactic. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Mm.
What Jonathan? What time should I take my edible and lose my mind?
Oh, boy.
I've already taken like 3 throughout the show. That's kind of why I'm spacing out. You you should and I was smoking. You should definitely take one.
Dude, it's only 8:22, Andrew.
Oh my God! Is the sun still out? Oh my God! It's
Imagine
dark.
that.
Yeah.
It's 5:30
Just
here.
now starting to get.
I know. You
Shut
know what?
up.
That's why I love the West Coast. I'm going to tell you. I really, Jess and I have contemplated moving out west a bunch of times to move out to like around LA. We were looking at Calabasas for a while.
I'll be dinner guest.
Yeah, we were looking at Calabasas a couple years ago.
Mm.
I want to be
you're
out.
rich,
I want to
man.
be away from LA, but like okay, like the LA area.
Do
but-
Orange County.
Okay, that's fine. I can't. I love the fact that when everything is ending here, it's still early there. So like
Right,
watching
yes.
wrestling or watching anything, it's 5 PM. By the time it ends, you got your whole night ahead of you. Like you
Unless
can
you're
still
going
go
to
out.
unless
You
you're
go
going
out
to like a game or like a local game, like
Unless you go to a local game,
Lakers
yeah.
game, for instance.
Yeah, then it's late.
It might be right.
But-
Mhm.
And then, but the other
Uh-oh.
problem is everything is so
Bachelor
late.
3000.
What'd he do?
$2.99.
Oh,
Take the
$2.99.
edible right
Take the
now.
edible. I can't do it right now.
my God,
No.
Bachelor,
I can't do it right now.
You don't know what you're getting us into.
I can't take it right now.
Mm.
It's too much. Too
I'm
many
gonna be
matches.
I'm gonna be holding this
Wait.
stream up.
Can I try
Hold
to
on.
be? Can I try to
Yeah.
be Nikki Bella? Thank you, Bachelor.
Thank you, Bachelor. Hold on. Let me pot this up. Hold on.
Oh,
I
we
haven't-
could be
I
the
haven't
Bella
pinged this.
twins.
Thank
Oh my
you.
God.
You think you're so
Bob
good
Hazelwood-
with your
Bob Hazelwood says-
$2.99? You're not
Bob
as
says-
good as me. All right, let's do this.
Bob Hazelwood
Okay,
says
Andrew.
Hollywood Zarian.
Hollywood Zarian, baby.
Andrew, I got it. So
Hold
Halloween.
on. Here we
You
go.
and I will be the Bella twins. Whoa.
There we go. Thank you, Bob. No, who did? Thank you, Bachelor.
So you and me will be the Bella twins,
Okay.
right? Intern Deacon will be John Cena, and Rich will be Daniel Bryan.
Okay. I'm into it. I want to be Brie, though. I don't want to be Nikki, that bitch.
Okay, I'll be Nikki.
Okay.
I got bigger tits anyway.
Okay, that's fine. Let's see. You're welcome, sweet
You Photoshop
babies.
that.
Those dings and beeps, instantly recognizable, says Brandon. I don't know what you're talking about.
Those
Oh,
are
this is the
Matt
Keith Lee
exclusive.
match. Dude, Randy Orton's skin is so good. Look at this. Guy's like $1 million
He does
fucking
have nice
bucks.
skin.
I hate his terrible tattoos. I
You
hate
do?
those. I hate those arm tattoos. Dude, if I was Vince, I'd be like, you know what? You got this. You got beautiful arms. You got beautiful skin, beautiful chest. You ruined it. You're done. Fire him instantly.
What would you do if you didn't know this? Vince gets in the ring for a segment, takes off his shirt, and then he has Randy Orton sleeves.
Full fucking snake and skull sleeves. Lose my shit.
Yeah.
See, I thought this was a clever finish.
I liked it. I wasn't the biggest fan of SummerSlam.
Eric says, it's strange I'm watching you guys and not the pay-per-view. You know what? Because we make it fun for you guys. I'm having a great time doing this. I can't watch this alone anymore. It's just not enjoyable. And then next week, I think
Maybe
we have the AEW pay-per-view next Saturday, right?
Yeah, it is Saturday.
Mm-hmm. That means that we've done
I saw
3 weeks straight of pay-per-views here. See, that's the part that bothers me. It's too many back-to-back. Like, I like my Sundays. I like to take it easy. Multiverse Tonight says, you definitely are more interesting than this pay-per-view. I take that as a great compliment, dude.
Thank you.
I think that is a tremendous compliment.
You know what, though? I've been kind of down on... I've been trying to keep myself positive about wrestling. I think we all have. But this last week, I felt like there's something changing. Like they finally got an angle that maybe will spark some
I'll tell you
life
what
in
it
the
is.
business.
They're in a new building.
Right.
They seem to be speeding things up a little bit. So this was a discussion that I heard that happened at the company. They were talking about Hydro says, thank you guys for streaming. I'm buying AEW, my first one, hoping MJF wins. I haven't had this network in years. Well, I hope you join us next week while you watch AEW. You join us and we watch it
join
together.
us. We'll have fun. We're gonna.
So what they were saying to me is that WWE, somebody brought up the fact that they're facing the same issue that baseball is facing. Their belief is not that their storylines aren't captivating. It's just people have a hard time keeping their attention to the product. So they need to speed things up. Yes and no, right? 3 hours kind of sucks, but they do a 2-hour show. Things go a lot quicker. I have a much easier time watching SmackDown than I do watching WWE Raw. Same thing goes for NXT versus Raw. It's just too long. 3 hours is way too long. So their concept is that, well, it's not the length, it's the flow. We need more storyline. We need fast
and I do
stuff.
agree with that.
Raw Underground is one of those things where they thought they could eat up 20 minutes of the product with Raw Underground, and you, in your mind, would say, well, this doesn't count towards Raw because it's its own thing within Raw. So you kind of will, and they're essentially what they're trying to do is buy time to shrink the show a little bit.
Yeah. And I mentioned this in my notes, my Matt Men notes this week, that about they cut a bunch of segments, and you guys kind of alluded to it on the show. Jessamine Duke apparently had a match, and a couple other people, and they cut them because Vince didn't like it or something, or wanted to put something else on the show. That's the problem with that, having everything live. Vince gets to the show and goes, I don't like this, and so he was rewriting that show at 9:00. They were in the first hour of the show, and Vince didn't finish.
Oh, wait a minute.
Writing.
Is this his old theme?
What's that?
What theme is this? No, it's that stupid one.
That's the new one.
Is this the new one? What the hell
Oh my
outfit
God.
is that?
What? He looks like. Holy shit! What is the design?
Oh wait, they got rid of the lingerie shorts.
Oh, has he got actual tights on again? Oh,
Yeah,
good.
he has tights on.
Thank God. Thank God. Or bike shorts like he's got. That's fine. That's what he always wore.
Yeah, thank God. Okay, those bizarre lingerie shorts were not great.
They were Samoa Joe style, but they were just bigger and they almost look like a skirt. It was not good. Ryan, I don't know if that's new music. I think that's what he debuted on Monday with. The music that everybody hated.
They're undermining it.
What was
Someone just
that?
sent me a link. I don't know. Someone sent me a link to something.
Oh. I already sent you another one, but I'm about to send you another one.
Okay, perfect.
So you should have the crawling under you.
Oh my
Another
God!
one.
Why am I so emo? All right, dude. What type? Hold on, Deacon's here. Hold on. Do it.
No.
Do it. Come on.
Here it
do
is.
it. Do it. No, we need
Here
it.
it
No,
is.
no, no, no. I have a question.
Oh man, we
Oh,
needed a
look at
silent
that big
moment.
snake. Sorry, I need a silent moment.
Mm.
I had to ask Deacon for something.
Do that dance. Bachelor 3000 says, "Do that dance."
Oh yeah, I know. Everybody wants to dance. I think he's in a bad mood. He passed
What did
out
you
on,
just come-
on the
Why?
couch outside.
What did you just come in and flip you off and just walk out?
No, I don't know what he wanted. He wanted something. I gotta pull
He
these
wanted
up. Hang
money
on.
to go to the movies with his friends.
Maybe. You have $1.
Now I'm just gonna start assuming that he's your illegitimate child.
He's not my child. He's not my
Sam?
brother. I don't know why people have
No,
that
he's
rumor.
just an
Oh,
intern.
thank you.
He's a
What's the matter?
guy that applied for a job, got a
Yeah,
job.
he's a guy that applied for a job and got it. So these are what I have right
and
now.
just never left.
I got
He's not
something
been.
called
He's
punch
officially not his
bars.
intern, but he don't leave.
So I'm not gonna show
You
it on
just don't
screen,
leave.
but it's a white chocolate macadamia nut
Ooh.
punch bar cream, 225
Bob, yeah.
milligrams.
So
Ooh,
that's
that's
the big
nice.
running joke, right? Is that are all heels? Like WWE is nothing but
Everybody's a heel. This Jameson's hidden, son. Thank God he got those tights back, but he has a shirt on now. Why does he have a shirt on?
Titties.
Well, he
No.
wore that. He Vince must not like his body. That's the only thing I can.
I don't. Who cares?
Yeah,
His thing is that he's a big, giant dude.
yeah. But he was okay with Otis wearing.
Because Otis is a joke. Remember?
Yeah. hmm
Otis is a joke. Otis is not a main event player. Vince loves
True.
loves him. Loves Keith Lee. He's very impressed
He
by
wants to be, and he should be a main event player. If he's
we're gonna
not,
call him a mastodon.
oh God, if he pulls that out, I might cry.
What? You don't like my Savio Vega doll, Spencer?
Mm.
Damn, Spencer, that's messed up.
The Global Hair Loss Summit, which we're running in December. They're not
No.
dolls. They're action figures.
Or actually,
They're all action figures. All of them.
God. The
Let's
people on
go.
the
Here we
screen
go.
are so
I want to
ugly.
see this match.
They've had that one blonde girl in the front for a while now.
Big headlock by Randy Orton. Keith Lee countering it with a squeeze to the ribs.
You think Vince is looking at all the screens and going, "Put that one down there, pal."
Yeah. He wants to zoom in on them.
I want pecs and blondes, just
Oh,
pecs and
someone
blondes.
just got swapped out right off the ropes.
that's
Keith Lee,
what-
Keith Lee putting pressure on those ropes. Those ropes bend more than ever.
Yeah,
The blonde
do
is on
like how
two
he-
screens right now.
yeah. I
She
do like
is.
how he runs the. I do like how he runs the ropes.
Big leap over. Look at that.
Just
Up and
get
over.
Back into the portal real quick.
Oh, he's so clean. Oh, that cross body was freaking badass.
What a sneaky snake he is, Randy Orton. I feel like Keith Lee loves StarCraft too.
So, were you guys the ones that were talking about how you didn't like his promo, Keith Lee's promo?
I said it's. The problem I have with the promo is that he's obviously taking a lot of liberty from anime, right? Very similar to what Kenny Omega did. His speech is very unique. I don't know how I feel about it.
I think it comes off intelligent, like he's an intelligent, smart man.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I gotta.
Big man. Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about it.
Like he used that same line, "Greetings and salutations," in NXT as well. So I hope he switches it up now that he's introduced himself. Oh, look at this! This is a Hulk up. He's doing a Hulk up.
Whoa! Doubles chop to the chest.
Orton's giving this guy a lot.
He's giving him a ton. Well, he knows he's money, this guy.
Yeah, and Orton wants to work with these guys.
Listen, Orton's a fan of the business.
Picture.
You get a guy like this in front of Orton, he definitely wants to work with him because he's different. He's unique.
Yeah, he probably sat back at Survivor and Gorilla after he got eliminated and stood there and watched him and Roman and went, holy crap, this guy's money. He probably knew it that.
Listen, dude, you know what? This is much better. You know what this is way better than? Having a feud with The Miz when you debut or having a feud with Dolph Ziggler when you debut. Yeah. Generally, that's how they do it. That's how they've done it over the last couple of years.
They have their like I used to call them gatekeepers.
Yeah,
like your guys that would come in and you have to work with them, and they would kind of show you the way we do things on the main roster, so to speak. They're switching up who that was. It used to be the Big Show. Do you remember when Roman Reigns had like 47,000 Big Show matches?
When did he wrestled? How many weeks ago? Big Show.
A month ago, maybe.
It was when he was it was with WrestleMania.
Right after WrestleMania.
Yeah, he did. Well, no, he was part of the angle of the Orton angle. He got punt kicked.
Yeah,
kind of sell that. Which he probably.
Yeah, I was at one of the tapings for that Netflix show.
Oh, were you?
Yeah,
one of his.
It wasn't as corny as it seemed on TV.
See, I haven't watched it. I know it's still there. Maybe one of
what the Big Show, the Big Show.
Yeah.
You know who loves that show? My daughter found it on Netflix. She loves it because it's like she knows that it's a wrestler, right? Because he's a wrestler on the show, and she constantly asks me if the Big Show's on because she absolutely loves the show. It's like she loves him. She loves the Big Show, and I'm like, you know what? Kids love. This is why Braun Strowman got over so big with kids. They just love seeing a giant. What's wrong with that turnbuckle? Is it? Oh, it's the padding. It looks like it's like dangling off. Wow, Keith Lee off those ropes.
Jesus, he did that pounce. Oh my God,
the pounce.
That's the same pounce he did to Adam Cole. There will never be a better meme than Adam Cole getting launched in 4 rows deep.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Oh. Adam, he gave a lot of liberties to be comfortable doing that.
He's murdering. I mean, he's giving so much to him.
I'm on a roll.
Kids really like the Big Show.
Yeah.
Andrew, do you think Bayley will still be wrestling in 5 to 8 years when Izzy is old enough to be on the roster? I don't know. It depends. It depends what she wants to do with her life, you know? So, she gets married, has kids, the odds are less.
That's a big thing that we've talked about that quite a bit on here, and Andrew's talked about on the podcast.
By the way, I got a really shit email from somebody, from one of our viewers, and she was very critical of my take that women have a shorter wrestling career than men because a lot of times it's much more difficult for a woman to get married, have kids, and start a family, and be on the road and work and wrestle. It's not a reality. It's a very difficult thing. What?
Look at what Kairi Sane did.
What did she do?
Good example. Kairi Sane just walked away. She's like, and apparently that's a Josie thing to do. Start young and retire young.
Yeah.
But and that's what she did because she moved back. She has a husband now. She wants to stay there. So, and I'll tell you another one.
Listen, Manami Toyota, by the way, Manami Toyota, one of the greatest female wrestlers of all time. Mm-hmm. I mean, actually, forget about gender, right? Greatest wrestler, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Her career was dedicated to this.
Yeah.
93, 94, 95, 96, 97. And then she just disappeared.
Holy shit, he beat
That was a clean finish.
Nice. Wow, clean finish.
You're in disbelief.
Wow. A spirit bomb out of nowhere. If that wasn't... Are we going to get a triple threat match at the next pay-per-view?
Wow. So they did a great job at making this guy look like $1 million.
Wow, this is a hell of a... I thought Finn Balor had a good opening push, but this is better.
Sorry. So to go back to this, right?
Yeah.
It's just
right.
how it is. It has nothing to do with women not being able to have a long career.
Personal.
Generally, most women, if you're looking to start a family, you want to do it by the time you're in your 30s. It gets much more difficult to do that. Personal choice. It's a personal choice. It gets much more difficult to do that later on. So they go and they start a family. Now, coming back, where men, if men could come back at any time, it's very different.
Right.
Or listen, things are different now. Maybe they have a husband, they have a partner that is willing to be the one that watches the kids. Most of the time, it's not the case, and you have people that they wrestle and then they decide to have a family and they go away. Look at Trish, right? Trish is a great example.
Yeah,
Trish left to start a family. Mickie James.
But came back. Now
Mickie James came back. Yeah, but Mickie James came back. Yeah, but remember Mickie James was in Florida doing one taping. 2 shows a week. A little bit different.
Are we already on the main event?
Yeah.
I think so.
So I think the question.
You still got Ray Dominik.
Yeah, Ray Dominik, and then the main event. So you look at Bayley. She's 31. I don't know what her life goals are. Maybe she doesn't want to have kids. Maybe she doesn't want to get married. So if that's the case, then most likely she's going to be wrestling for quite some time. But if she's looking to,
no, she said in an interview that she did want kids and family.
Okay, so it's gonna. You only have a couple more years with her then.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
And
I know. Listen, people you could have kids in your 40s now.
Back.
It's a whole different world. We're in the future now. But the reality is, if you're gonna go have kids, you're gonna do it in your 30s. Most people, right? I'm not speaking for all, and it's just that's how it is, and is it unfortunate? No, because it's your own life choice. You're making that choice to do. But this person that sent me the email was very adamant on such a sexist remark. And I'm like, dude, I'm not the one saying this.
Right. Well, you look at it. So I'll give you one. Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss just started dating like a full-time. She's dating a musician that's pretty popular. I don't know him, but you can tell that there's a body. You can tell there's a body clock going on with these women. They get to about 30, and that's the choice they're going to have. You got to make a choice. They may come back. Like I think Becky Lynch will come back, but will she be full-time? Probably not.
Probably not.
Is Mickie James isn't full-time.
You remind me. So in that email, she goes, that's extremely sexist. You don't think these people have the money being TV stars that they could hire a nanny, they could hire someone to watch the kids. And I said, I wrote to her because I knew she was younger. I said, I take it you don't have kids based on that suggestion, because if you are a mother, you're a father, like, listen, I like to be around my kids. Some guys that I know, some dads that I know like to be around their kids less. I don't know one woman that has kids that looks forward to being away from their kids 5-6 days in a row. A little vacation here and there, that's fine. I'm talking about regularly being on the road 4 days a week and not raising your kids. That's not a common thing. And I wrote that to her, and I'm like, I take it that you're younger and you don't have kids. You probably will be in a different set of mind when you're older. Maybe not. Maybe you are in the mindset that you could just hire someone to raise your kids, but that's not the right way to do it. And I have not heard back. I mean, I didn't unload, but I was like, you're putting me in a weird box here. It's very one-sided. This thought.
Take Lacey Evans. She made the choice. I'm going to have a kid, and the
kid is on the road.
Raise a kid on the road. Yeah, she homeschools her on the road.
Yeah, that is a commitment that most people will never commit to. It's a very difficult thing to do.
No, could you imagine? You bring her to every wrestling show. This girl is going to end up in the business because she's going to know the business.
You know what though? But is that a detriment to the kid's life?
No, absolutely not.
No,
absolutely
why not? I listen. I'm not going to judge other people's parenting, but would I take my kid on the road? No, because that's not a life for a kid.
Not.
I wouldn't do
it. But I think she's going to know things about in a different light because she's going to see what her mom dealt with.
Yeah, it could be right, but you know what? She's not leaving a kid at home.
Exactly. It's just a different way of doing it. There's, you got to understand, as long as it's legal, there's probably no wrong way to do something, Yeah.
No, listen, I'll tell you, there's a lot of wrong ways to do it.
Well, there might be a wrong. Well, it depends. I mean.
Big knees. I forgot how big that knee was. So this is interesting. I wonder if Ray's wife's going to be there. Did they show her yet?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is Ray and Rollins are fighting tomorrow on Raw. They already announced that. So I don't know what that match has to do with this, or why they did that. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I know why they did it, but it don't make no sense if they're going to have this match on the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Eric says Becky might be able to bring the kid back, come back full time because she can bring the kid and be around Seth. Yeah, I mean Becky's a different example, but. Yeah. Becky's going to want to get back into shape. Becky's going to want to train. Come back.
Becky's also one of the highest paid female performers they have, and Seth is as well. They're well off, and Seth's mother lives near him and helps run his wrestling school.
Oh, really?
So they'll have she ran the housing stuff that he had set up for his students.
Oh, interesting. So here comes Seth.
And then, so
whose bun is better, mine or Seth's right now? I think Seth has a better bun than me.
Well, yours, of course.
Mine is smaller.
I gotta go.
If Retribution shows up in this, my prediction is half right.
Oh, okay. So let's see. Well, I don't know if Retribution's going to show up on this pay-per-view. Maybe the end. I don't know. What if he's the leader of Retribution? Maybe you're right. What if? I'm
just saying. I'm wondering if Heyman said, "Hey, I'm helping these two guys out," and that's how we.
I think Reigns is the leader.
They'll be on both shows.
I think that's.
Yeah, you know what? I never thought of that until you guys said it, and now I'm kind of falling in line with. I mean, not that I don't know. I wouldn't be against it.
I think that's who it is and then he's going to cut a promo just like The Rock did. You guys booed me. Well, now I'm here, and now all you're going to see is me on the show.
I wanted to cut a promo like Rikishi. I did it for The Rock. My back's killing me,
I sent you another Photoshop, by the way.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So you should have like 4 to show right now.
What? Oh, my God. You put me on Melania's dress? Oh, my God, because it's green screened. Yeah. I forgot it was green. If I put this up, YouTube might demonetize me. Remember, Trump.
That's sad.
My buddy got demonetized for showing. He doesn't do a political show, but he got a little political, and he got demonetized. And he didn't even say anything, but it was totally a bipartisan conversation.
Yeah, we'll see how my channel starts a new show.
October you're starting a new show. When are you starting?
October 1st.
Nice. I'll be on. When do you want me to come on?
Week 2 or 3.
All right, let's do it. Can I bring Savio?
Needs to be on your shoulder the whole time. You got to tape him. You know, I had a football coach in college. My college football coach. We were listed as the underdogs going into a game. So he took one of those wood door stops that they had in like elementary school, taped it on his shoulder, and walked around the whole practice talking about he had a chip on his shoulder with a literal wood chip on his shoulder.
I want him on the camera. Can we do this? Yeah, look at that.
So 3 years ago, would anyone of you thought that we could say Buddy Murphy was going to be in the co-main event of a pay-per-view?
Oh, man. You know what? I always thought that this dude is talented. I just don't know what oh, wow. They start off fast here. Here goes Dominik right onto
that
Ray.
Roman Reigns match he had.
Pummeling him.
Oh.
Here comes Buddy.
I always felt you with that. I always saw his
619.
Imagine Ray turns on him and Ray becomes a disciple.
Oh my God, that would be great.
He's like, yeah, you're not even my kid, you little shit. Aren't you Eddie's kid?
Aren't you Eddie's kid?
So Eddie is the father through in vitro fertilization, right? He was a sperm donor, right?
Is that what the story was?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the story? I can't remember.
That just got so convoluted. I kind of gave up on it at some point. But
dude,
I remember.
I have a Sabu Funko. Does Sabu have Funko Pops? Because I would love one.
Yeah. You have one right behind you, no?
A Sabu?
Arab behind you. Or is that Iron Sheik?
The Arab?
On the back row.
It's the Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik, okay.
It's Sheiky Baby, not Sabu.
They're all the same.
Like that. Don't you have an Arab behind you? I'm like, where? And he's not Arab, he's Persian. He's Persian.
Yeah,
there's a difference.
Ooh, my friend, if she's listening, she's gonna kill me.
Persian, like cat. We're not Iranian. We are Persian, like cat.
Persian.
So Rich had DM'd me this morning, looking to get a quote for one of his buddies.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah. So I just responded back. I said, I put a little asterisk, and then I said Middle Eastern voice. I said, for you, my friend, I do it. If I can't do it, I get you good quality Persian rug.
I get you Persian rug.
Oh my God.
You know how many Persian rugs I got in my attic right now? You know, my wife always jokes about how everybody in my family constantly talks about the Persian rugs, and nobody throws away these rugs. They're hideous. They're old, and they're like 50 years old, and they're hideous. And every time the conversation comes of clearing them out of the attic, me and whoever else unanimously will always say, you know those rugs are like $30,000? And she didn't believe it for years. She looked up the rug that we have and got a quote. It was $52,000.
Yeah, that could have paid for your air condition.
I got it as a wedding gift from one of my relatives. I got a 40, and she's like, who gives a 40-year-old rug? Like, who gives? Like, who does that? The rug is from like this
Middle Eastern people.
The rug is probably older. It's probably from the 60s. It's a white and blue. It's actually a beautiful rug, but I have a red one too. And I got two red ones and a white one. The red one has a stain on it because I had it in the attic. But she's like, who gives that as a gift? And she's like, does anybody ever sell these? I'm like, no, it just has a high value. Nobody ever sells it. Just it's valued very high. She goes, then how is that high value if nobody sells it? He goes, that's why it's high value. Nobody sells them. And the older they get, the more valuable these fucking rugs get.
Welcome to Rugmen.
Rugmen. Welcome to Rugmen.
Persian rugs.
Lisa and Jonathan, today we're talking about Persian rugs.
Oh my God.
Persian, not Iranian. Iran. We came here from Iran in 1970. After revolution, we came from Iran.
So this reminds me of going to the store to the store by my house, and the guys and the store owner is Arab. Go figure. And he was trying to get an old refrigerator out of the back room, and he's like, "You come here, help me."
To you? That's funny.
And yeah, no, because I was back here, and I know him. I say hi to him all the time. He goes, "Help me." He got the cord stuck under the door.
Oh my God! What a spot!
Ouch.
Actually, multiverse goes, considering there's not a Persia anymore. You know what's really funny? So all my Persian relatives, none of them will say they're from Iran. They're Persian. They say they're from Iran, but they're not Iranian. Actually, none of them are Iranian. They're Armenian, right? Because they're Armenians in Iran. Like my father. My father's Armenian, but he was born in Iran. So
what's Caldonian then?
Caldonian? I don't know what
My
Chaldean.
dad is
Chaldean, is
Egyptian,
that the way?
born in Lebanon.
Because that's a big thing in Detroit. Is Chaldean?
Chaldean.
Chaldean. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I'm probably saying it wrong, but there's
I don't know.
they're not in because they're not because the biggest Arab.
Oh yes.
population in the
Okay.
United
So
States.
Chaldean Catholic. They're like.
Okay, it's a religious thing. Okay.
Yeah, but they're like Assyrians.
Okay.
They
All right,
which I'm part Assyrian also. They're essentially they're Christians in these countries, right? Like my dad, he's Armenian and Assyrian. But he's Christian, but he's from a Middle Eastern country. A lot of people think like, oh no, you're Muslim if you're from a Middle Eastern country. So everybody in my family has all these freaking Persian rugs. Nobody sells them. They just talk about them constantly. They just constantly talk about the Persian rugs, and then they make fun of each other. Persian rugs, like, oh, Beth's Persian rug. It's not real. It's not real Persian rug. No copy. It's a copy. They don't know the word bootleg, so they say it's a copy. Everything is a copy. It's copy.
So I just had an epiphany.
Yeah.
If Rey Mysterio wants to work for another 5 years, he could be a tag team with his son. And
Dude, nobody would know.
Fine.
The guy has a fucking mask on and he looks like a child. He's the size of a child. Nobody would know he's 50 years old.
He looks like a child without his mask
out.
on.
What?
Oh,
He looks like a child without his
he
mask
looks
on.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mother's family says that they're Bohemians. They won't say
Bohemian,
they're
I've
Czech.
heard of that too.
I've never heard it. I don't know what the difference is.
Isn't Bohemian like Caribbean?
It could be like Alex Jones. Bohemian Grove.
Oh my god!
I saw Obama and
You're
Hillary
looking
eating
Canada.
children in Bohemian Grove. Bohemianism.
I'm getting all this
You look,
geography stuff. You guys are blowing my mind. I can't keep it straight.
You're getting tanner with.
I thought
With the wine?
I thought
the
Bohemian was
Togo's
more
on, Andrew.
European.
After
Bob,
what?
I have no idea.
I'm getting
the
tanner
wine,
from
the
what?
wine is making you tanner.
I'm getting red. I'm getting Brock Lesnar purple. Ladies and gentlemen, I witnessed in my own eyes Bohemian Grove. They were eating children.
So I installed the lights in my backdrop and my I don't have a camera on, but during the Fiend match I'm gonna turn them red, just because. I was gonna do that on the if I got it on the show, I was gonna do that.
Just go everything red. The
Yeah,
eye
unless
mask,
it's
the eye patch on the mask is really goofy.
It is goofy.
Yes.
It looks. I was gonna ask you guys.
Checks and Slavs.
Can he see out of that? Do you think he can actually see out of that?
Yeah. Look at the dots. Look at the holes.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
It has
Now
to be
you can see
so
it.
uncomfortable though. Like I wearing these masks has to be so uncomfortable for these guys.
But some of
guess
these
they get
guys,
used to
but
it.
these Mexican wrestlers that did it since they were. Some of these kids have been put masks on when they were like in
Yeah.
their teens, and they just kept them on.
They're used to it.
And yeah,
They sleep in it. They shower in it. They got married
yeah,
in
and
it. Go to funerals in it.
in Mexico, and in Mexico, that's a thing.
They boom boom.
Part of
to
their
it.
culture.
They boom to it.
Probably.
Their
Probably.
wives have
And
never
there's
seen
probably-
their faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just think if if one of these guys got caught cheating, he could say, "Oh, it wasn't me. It was a fan with my mask."
Do you speak Arabic? I don't. I had to put that through a translator in the chat room.
Oh man.
I know words. I can't read it. Look, he continues
Hello.
to speak. He talking. I hate that Dominik wears this damn vest.
Those masks don't
fine with
breathe
it.
at all. They
You
cut
know
off
Vince.
for-
You know
yeah,
Vince
they do.
said. You know Vince said.
Well, I'm glad there's
he
no
doesn't
hood
have
on
a
it
good
now.
body, pal.
Dude, I got to tell you, Dominik is impressing the shit out of me.
Yeah, but Dominik.
He looks
by the
even
time-
better.
Give Dominik
Dude,
3 more years.
he looks
Yeah,
even better
so,
than he did last week.
Jason Havlik said in the
Yeah,
in
he
the
needs a
chat room, Ray is the weak link of this team. I never thought I'd say that.
Dominik would benefit from a beard.
Can he grow one? He's like 20
Probably not.
and some change. Yeah.
Murphy took a bad bump on his head, yeah. Hot tag! I don't even want the hot. I want the hot tag to be Dominik.
Yeah.
Rey
That should be.
Mysterio,
Maybe
smaller than ever.
Well, maybe this is the layer of the match. They're
Dude,
gonna
this
take us for
version
a
of
ride
Rey
here.
going back to his old size is so much better for
Mhm.
him.
Much better than that.
Do you
thick
remember how
when he
you
wore
remember how
those
big he
baggy
got?
pants? Oh,
Yeah.
Andrew, will you do a post-show Q&A? You know what, Aaron? I'll do a post-show Q&A.
we can do a
Andrew,
post-show
will you do a
Q&A.
dab?
Will I do a dab? Okay. Ready? You ready? Ready? There you go.
Wind it up. Oh, that was the best one yet.
Has it? I'm getting used to it.
Yeah. One
My
one
daughter
dab
was
a week,
asking
we'll get
me-
there.
My daughter watches all these YouTube videos now of like kid shows.
Oh, my
And she was
God.
like, "Can you do a Fortnite dance?" I'm like, "No, I'm too old.
And my knees in California.
Fucking knees in California somewhere. It's in Calabasas. My knee's still in Calabasas.
That was a great callback, by the way.
Yeah.
That's what you call a callback in
Thank you.
comedy.
You know, yeah.
Thank you.
You know what my knee is? It's in AJ's house from the Backstreet Boys. Because that's where we went that
Oh
night.
my God.
We're at
Oh,
AJ's
geez.
Christmas
Wait,
party.
what?
Yeah.
I'm doing that Ozark Photoshop right now.
I told you I got some.
Oh, you
weird
got an
friends.
Ozark one? Oh,
Nah,
man.
so
I got a
I don't
story.
know what
I got,
can
by
and
the way,
can't say.
I got a story about that night that I can never ever tell, ever.
Ooh,
So why are you
I'll get
talking
you drunk at
about
WrestleMania.
Because I like to drop these hints and make people think.
Drop hints.
I'll get you drunk enough at WrestleMania.
I'll tell you off the air. I just can't say it on the air. Seth Rollins' tattoos hideous on his back.
You don't like those?
I mean,
he's
what
you know what,
what is it?
it's some
It's
sort of
word.
yeah,
I-
it's like
In what?
It's like lettering.
In what?
yeah, lettering. It's
Japanese, I think?
It's either Japanese.
They
or
never
Chinese.
translate the way you want it to translate unless you get a saying.
Maybe he got a saying.
He-
I
he
remember
had
you
Andrew's
talking
the
that,
king
about
if I
it
got
on
a
that.
story.
Well,
One day,
yeah,
I'll
he
tell
had
him.
that Corey Graves show. Corey Graves did that tattoo
Yeah,
show
that's all
where
I was
they
about to say.
go through the meetings. He was one of the first ones on there.
This is a great match.
I liked.
It's
I liked
not bad at
Enzo.
all.
Hey, that guy's wearing my Liger
Dominik.
mask. Look at there's two people on the camera. They took him off. There were two people on the camera. Oh, fuck, man. This is a great match.
So
I know. How's the final gonna?
You know what they
beat
need to
this?
do? What do you guys think if that front, like that first row, they put people in there? Like the first two rows.
if they can, maybe
They
they
gonna do
do
the
that at
plexiglass
some
again?
point.
Yeah. Big super kick on Rey
Well-
Mysterio's face right there. Going
If
for the
you
pin, but
look-
he fell wrong. Can he get it? 1, 2. No, 2.5. He took too much time rolling him.
Yeah, Andrew, you know what they would end up doing? They'd end up having to raise all the screens up and then have the fans back because they wouldn't put the fans.
By the way,
Right
Brandon
on the
in
rail.
our chat room with the fucking comment of the night.
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins has the same tattoo as
Oh
Riley Reid.
my God, he does. He actually does.
That's great. Great. This
he
guy's
does.
my fucking hero. He's an MVP today in the chat. If I could tip him, I would. If I could give him $8 donation as a super chat, I would right now. That's the-
Who's more over, Riley Reid or Seth Rollins?
well,
Riley Reid has me blocked on Twitter.
well,
She don't like me.
Riley's used to being on our back, so
Riley
There you
doesn't
go.
like me. She blocked me on Twitter. Oh shit, that was funny. I haven't laughed that hard in a minute.
so you know I'm friends with a lot of them, right?
Yeah,
Jonathan?
yeah.
I know you.
So I'm very uncomfortable with following him on Twitter on my personal account. Because
Okay.
I'm not like I just feel weird about that because that's all that's
like
gonna
seeing
show
a
up on my
relative.
feed.
I don't.
Huh?
I follow them all, and I don't even give a.
No,
I
well, I
follow the
don't.
ones
I don't
that
because you know what? I got to tell you, I
Yeah.
had a coworker that was in that business, right? That we worked in the same office for the job that I was at. And we were good friends. Like we would go out to drinks and everything. We worked next to like she sat next to me, and
taking it got weird.
and
you know.
I followed her. Like whatever. It's not weird. I'm really numb to it because I'm like very much
Right.
involved in the business, and like it doesn't mean that wasn't the problem. The problem was I still had my consulting business. So I would go and I would like show people like Twitter and stuff like that. Like a lot of these people that have never used it. And what do you see? A wide open butthole. in front of the client.
Twitter.
I was like, you know what? I'm so
Twitter.
sorry. I go, I'm friends with this person and I work with them and I didn't get the job. And I was like, you know what?
So you
My account's clean. I don't have a burner account or anything. I'm like, whatever. I don't have to follow you. That was terrible. I lost that gig because of that.
That's
So that
funny.
was like that was
look
like
at
your eye-opening moment. Where
That
you're
was a
like,
moment.
oh.
You know what? I've always been careful with because I'm somewhat of a public figure, right? So, and everybody's such a bitch and they rat on you and they're like, oh, why do you follow this one? Like everybody just acts like a real bitch. So I don't want anything incriminating.
Here you go, Andrew. Multiverse tonight. Put in the chat. Probably the runner-up for best comment of the night. I still want a heel to come out with a remote and turn the screens off.
Dude, it's gonna happen. Somebody's
Holy
gonna
shit.
do that. Oh, here we go. 619 time.
You guys
double
missed
619. What?
You guys missed what just happened.
What
Murphy
happened?
just freaking kicked freaking Rollins.
Oh, I did miss it.
Yeah,
619 by
I missed that,
Dominik.
And
Is he gonna go for is he gonna go for an Eddie Frog splash?
He is. Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's
That's
his
a good
daddy's
It
finish.
wasn't
move.
good. It wasn't good.
No,
It wasn't great. It wasn't great. It wasn't the worst that I've seen.
No. But it wasn't Montez Ford level.
Frog splash just like
So
his
who is-
daddy.
So if Montez Ford has the best frog splash right now, which I think he does, who has the second best one?
Seth has a pretty good one.
Seth was. You know who has a really good one? Has gotten better. Sasha Banks.
Sasha.
I go back to
It's
Sasha.
very
I was about to say,
distracting,
yeah.
Savio.
Mhm.
I forgot you put it up there.
What's that?
So Savio's
Savio
very
was
distracting there.
him.
Savio.
Dude, I just keep looking at him and I'm like, I've had this guy work on my house before. Like, this has been one of my contractors. This has been one of my friend's dads. This is a guy that I've had drinks at the bar with.
Yep.
Like, this is the most
Guy-
New York.
This is the guy that you showed your ID at the bar.
Yeah, this is the most
you
New
got in the
York
bar.
action figure I've ever seen in my life. He's definitely in the Bronx.
Damn. Seth just walked away from Murphy.
Oh, shit.
That's the guy that. Oh, there we go. Are you gonna get this shift? We're gonna get the split between the two.
Hold on, multiverse. You having lasagna?
I love lasagna. Lasagna's delicious. If you take a shit on lasagna right now, we gonna have to fight.
No, he said he goes, woohoo, time for lasagna.
I know, but I thought you were gonna shit on lasagna.
Me?
No,
Dude, I
lasagna's
fucking
great.
love lasagna.
I just invented.
I'll
a
never
new
order
lasagna.
it though. I got to tell you, going to Italian, I'll never
No,
order it.
no,
I'll never order it.
100% agree.
You
with
never
you,
order
Andrew.
lasagna.
No.
You make
'Cause-
lasagna. You don't order
Yes.
lasagna.
Mhm.
It's like meatballs.
Yeah, I
I
was
never
hoping
order
that,
meatballs.
Wow. Seth and wow.
Seth's looking
Gonna
good.
just- So
It's
they're
almost
not.
time,
They're
Andrew,
not.
for me to.
So they're not explaining the retribution.
To what? Hold on.
Attack.
No.
for me to reveal the those photoshops.
Oh,
that
yeah,
are
let's
make
do
your
it.
wife
Let's
very
do it.
happy.
Are we in the main event?
This is about to be the main event.
Well,
This
now
is
we're going
like
to get a big
Fantasia
video
at
package.
Disney.
We've probably got 5 minutes before it starts. I'm going to take a quick break.
All right, main event time, boys and girls. Something's going to happen. A good homemade lasagna. See, that's the way to do it, my friend. I got 3 predictions wrong, but you know what? We're having fun.
We are. This is fun. I wish Rich called in.
I think Rich had a fun day today.
Yeah. When I talked to him this morning, he said he might hop on around this time.
That's what
but
he
I
said.
was just like, yeah. I was like, huh. What's the last WWE shirt you bought?
I just ordered another NWO shirt because mine is all raggedy. I
Okay.
literally just ordered it 2 days ago.
And have you bought in like a recent superstar?
Let me think about that. No, but I have like recent wrestlers. Like I have their shirts before WWE. Like I got a Shinsuke Nakamura shirt. Obviously, I got a Bullet Club stuff. I ordered a Hogan Macho Man shirt. Hogan Warrior shirt. I have a Macho Man shirt. I don't have any of the new ones. No. The last new one that I got when it was like happening was the I'm a Paul Heyman guy shirt.
Okay.
That was probably
Enzo one.
That might be back in vogue now.
Oh, next pay-per-view, September 27th.
Clash of Champions. They said that earlier. It was going to be. They actually did say that already.
And that's a spin on WCW, right?
What is it? Well, that they took that name from that. That actually is the only. That's going to be a trivia question. What's the only WCW pay-per-view that WWE has consistently used?
I believe they started off with Night of Champions, right?
Right. Yeah. Night of Champion was always WWE's. Clash of Champion was the actual pay-per-view that went up against WrestleMania 4. Remember Sting and Flair?
Yeah.
That was Clash of Champions.
Here's a trivia question for you. Do you know how many episodes of Clash of Champions there were?
Oh.
What's the...
I want to say it was in the teens. There was several.
No. 35. There were 35 episodes of Clash of Champions. The first one in 1988. Wow. The last one was August 21st, 1997. I believe Scott Hall says he's probably the reason why, because he had a shit match on that show.
Was that, and that was, yeah, didn't they run that on like Saturdays? After WCW Saturday Night?
Yeah. Oh, this was it was the second to last one. The main event was Lex Luger versus Scott Hall in a singles match. That was January 21st, 1997, and then August 21st, 1997 was at the Nashville Municipal Auditorium. Scott Hall and it was Scott Hall and Randy Savage versus DDP and Lex Luger in a tag match. And I believe Scott Hall says he's probably the reason why, because the match stunk.
Right. So I have a question.
Yeah.
What was, chat, help us out here. What was the actual reason why Bray had to win the title? There's got to be more to the story here than why they had to switch the title if they're only going to put it on Roman. You guys have any thoughts?
Well, yes.
Ron didn't have no steam.
No. The reason why it's on Bray is that he was supposed to take it off of Bray.
Okay. Which
I believe.
I
believe that was. Well, no. Wait a minute.
Why does it matter?
No, he was supposed to take it off of Goldberg, correct?
Roman was. Yeah, that
Roman
was going to be the thing. Yeah. Roman.
Yeah.
Right,
so
right.
then the plan was to take it off of Bray, and that didn't. I'm trying to think back. Jeez, it feels.
By
like
the way,
years
Postman
ago.
Pierce is my new favorite character.
Oh, dude, it's great. Adam Pearce. I love Adam Pearce getting time.
Oh, I do too. I think it's so great that he's actually a very good promo, and if they make him an authority figure going forward, he'll make it work. He will definitely make it work.
You know what I was wondering? Do you guys? And this is a good question. Do you guys look at the Raw Twitter, like the Twitter stream, like people using the hashtag WWE Payback? Do you guys look at what's going on?
I do. It's just ridiculous sometimes.
I have a wrestling. I have a little like playlist of that I call Wrestling Twitter.
My eyes.
And it's all like the people that I enjoy, that I follow, that tweet wrestling. So like you, Ryan Satin, Rosenberg.
All right. Do I take this? Do I take this punch bar now?
Yes.
Oh,
so this match is gonna go till just after 9:30. So
first of all,
maybe
this
it'll
is
go
white
to 10.
chocolate.
I don't know.
This is white chocolate, which I'm not a big fan of.
She should have gotten you tanned chocolate.
Oh man, this tastes like.
Andrew is such a professional. By the way,
I am.
Can we talk about who the smartest wrestler in the world is?
I won't ever
right now?
incriminate myself. You'll never see me.
The smartest wrestler in the world?
Smartest wrestler in the world. Do you know who it is?
IQ
Fucking Roman Reigns. He read a goddamn contract. He's the first wrestler ever to read.
He's like,
a
what
contract.
am I, an asshole? What am I going to sign a contract without reading, you nitwit?
Nobody reads a contract anymore.
That's actually hysterical.
Look at MJF on AEW. I felt like it was so apropos that Roman's old partner swerved him the next day. He's like, I'm reading this contract.
I'm stealing that, by the way.
What?
That he's. I love this character, by the way. Oh, look! I told you he's gonna take over the screen.
That's awesome. That's perfect. They should.
Didn't I tell you?
They've been listening, Andrew. They've been listening to the podcast.
Well, no, I was told that he's gonna take over the screen. He's gonna do cool stuff on the screen.
Andrew, stop, cape, dude. Stay
I'm not taking a credit. No, I can't kayfabe that.
Oh, okay. That looks okay. Oh. That looks badass.
Great entrance, man. Look at this.
Again.
Oh man, look at this building, man.
Oh, now this is how you do it. I still love that song. I love that remix.
Yeah, it's actually one of the few times that they've redone a theme.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think he asked him.
That tells me right there that he's losing it.
Why?
Yes. Why they don't want Roman's holding up the Fiend title at the end of the night? They want him holding up the shiny one with the WWE logo.
He didn't bring that back though. I think they just discontinued that, Jonathan.
Which one?
I don't think they're using that anymore. The old
yeah, I put red lights on in the studio.
The theme. Okay, I'm doing it too.
There you go.
Okay, Alexa, turn my lights red.
We're all got red.
There you go.
Everybody, turn your lights red.
Everybody now, turn your lights red.
I'm gonna send a tweet. Red light district.
Red light district.
Here we go.
Did you steal that? Did you steal that, Andrew? The
what? Steal what?
What you just said you were gonna steal? The
yes, I did. I tweeted it. There we go. All right.
All right. So you can see, Andrew, I got my video on for a sec.
Hold on.
See my red lights?
Oh, I'll turn my video on.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, dude, your setup looks awesome.
Looks better than it did.
Yeah, I like that. Did you just build that out?
Yeah, I built it out. I built out some floating shelves and make my... No.
No, that looks great.
Just how it always was. Mm-hmm.
What do you want from me? Come in.
Okay,
oh my god, dude, he looks so spooky. Love this gimmick, man. Can you do your dance? People have been waiting all freaking night. Why? Come on, do it. Everybody, let's encourage him.
We might actually get... Okay, guys.
Is Andrew wearing office dangle... I'm actually wearing Mack Weldon swim trunks, but these are like regular shorts.
Nice.
They're awesome.
Man, I gotta go to another beer before this starts.
Love this. What the hell? Braun Strowman out of nowhere attacking him. The monster among men. They're booing Braun.
Boom. Now you can see.
Oh, dude, DC. 100% we need an Undertaker entrance in this building. Going for the pin. Big kick out by Braun. By Bray.
Can you see?
Hold on, where are you? Oh yeah, look at you. I need to upgrade all my all the lights. So the lights that I have in here are two different brands. So the ones that are on the couch, so the ones here that I have all that purple light and stuff, those are Yee lights. They're inexpensive, like $20. They're like $20 bulb, like smart lights that you can control with your phone. Why did the bell ring? That's a good question. Because I guess somebody entered the ring.
Well,
that's a good question though.
Michael Cole actually tried to explain it. He said that the referee got anxious.
The ref got anxious.
Makes no sense. Which makes no sense because Roman hasn't made his entrance yet.
Hold on, let me get back to somewhat of normal lighting.
So they were selling that Roman was unhappy with the contract, so they're reworking the contract as the match goes on. What?
All right. No LED on the apron. That ring is coming down. Dude, that ring is coming down.
What?
Oh,
but
yeah, the
are
posts
the
are,
you're right. There's no posts.
No
The posts
post.
aren't-
the post.
There's no LEDs on it. That ring's coming down.
Oh, there's Alexa.
Who did you find that from?
Shit.
There it is.
She's mesmerized.
She's getting involved. She's got more dreads
Wait.
now. She's got dreads on
Okay,
both
I
sides.
got it.
Oh.
The ring.
Oh,
Yeah, where's
The
wait
ring
a minute,
doesn't
did
come
they,
down.
did they take the smart board off the ring? Or did it not have it the whole night?
Did.
Look, I got it.
What?
The ring doesn't break. Retribution
he's
tears
got the
it down.
goddamn fucking.
Oh shit.
Oh, even better.
Wait, did they take
maybe
all the
Roman
pillars
is?
off?
Yeah, everything is off of it. Oh shit!
There it is. Oh, the office chair. That might be Braun Strowman's like secret weapon, an office chair.
Yeah, you're right. The person that told me this just now, someone that may know something. I'm just putting it out that way.
Okay.
So one of us are right, is what you're saying?
Um,
One of us got something right, more than wrong.
yeah.
I don't like that Braun didn't reshave his head, and
You're
he
gonna
has
inform
hair
us
growing on
after.
the side of his old man. Yeah.
Oh, big kick. Where's Roman, man?
That's what I'm wondering.
Redoing that
What-
contract.
well,
Oh, dude, he shows up as Retribution. He shows up under the mask. That's what happens.
that would be
I don't
great.
know the finish to this. So I'm very excited.
What if he shows up?
Yeah.
What if he shows up in the Thunderdome, like on one of the screens, and goes, "I'm on my way."
Believe that. Believe
Yeah,
that.
believe it. And then
He just says believe
And then
that. And he
start
just starts
doing the
vomiting blood
hand
on
thing.
me. You know, that's funny because
do the
that's
hand
So-
thing.
that's what the guy in the subway that bled all over my shoes would vomit. That's what he said to me. He
Oh
goes,
my
bleed
God.
that. And then just started vomiting blood. I was like, Roman, is that
Oh.
you? What is
So
going
I
on?
want Roman to have a totally different theme. By the way, he better be completely different. By the
So,
way,
yeah.
Braun Strowman should not freaking let his hair grow back out. Did you see that, Andrew? Are you?
Yes, I don't
see
think
the
he needs
top
to.
of his
No,
head?
he's suffering. No, he's a sufferer now.
Yeah.
He's a hair loss. I don't know if you guys know this. People that are losing their hair, they call themselves within the
Oh.
community of hair loss sufferers.
Suffers.
He's suffering.
Right. hmm
Up and the stairs.
Roman is a
placed strategically.
Can you imagine that's Roman's gimmick now? He's just on the subway,
Subway
just
ingrate.
vomiting.
Oh my
Ingrate.
I like it.
God.
Rogan, it works.
Andrew-
Listen, you know what works? Financial.
Andrew's gonna try to get
works.
an interview. Andrew's gonna try to get an interview and get puked on.
I'm like, hey Roman, can I have you on? Can I ask you a couple questions? Bleed that. So I experienced something that I've never experienced before in my adulthood, and that's watching wrestling as someone that's not connected to wrestling. So I took an edible. I
What
took a
is
full edible on
Alexa
SmackDown,
doing?
and when
Oh man.
and then at one point it kicked, and then I started seeing wrestling through the eyes of someone that's never watched it before, and I realized how ridiculous all of this looks.
Yeah.
Like, this is utterly ridiculous. Like, how do you watch? You turn this on. You've never seen wrestling before, right? Because I'm sure there's people never seen wrestling before, and this is what you see. You see Bray Wyatt.
Mhm.
How do you explain this to a non-wrestling viewer?
You know.
Like, why is he doing? I broke his neck
He's done that. He's done that like 3 times now. I think that's
already.
the second time,
I know.
actually.
It's the
Yeah.
I sent
worst
you
move.
the main event pictures too, by the way.
What is?
Remember that was
I
the
sent you the main
that
event
was the,
pictures.
Oh shit.
yeah.
Oh
you got
yeah.
a lot of pictures to catch up on.
Oh yeah. Who's tribal?
this is
Oh
no
my god!
holds
Look how beautiful I look. And why do I have the Rock sweater on?
So that was a callback to the episode Friday. Rich asked to put you in sleeves,
Okay.
and then
Oh,
you said no, but you could do Jason Momoa's tattoos.
Okay, hold on. So, what is that? The Rock sweater?
Nah, it's just a sweater.
It's just a sweater. I look so
Just
dinky.
a sweater.
I look so dinky. And then, but look at this.
oh
one.
my God.
Look how beautiful I look here. Look at those freaking arms.
Oh, there you are.
Oh yeah.
There you are.
Dude, you could have made my traps and neck bigger.
Jesus. Holy crap.
Can't you make?
It's literally just his arms
That's
over
great.
yours.
I love that. I love the Jason Momoa tattoo, and even the
figured your wife
scar
would be
on the
very happy with
elbows
that
there.
one.
That's awesome. Love it. I'm gonna send that to Jess.
No, it's literally his arms.
Is it really?
Yeah, so I just Googled
So when you get off-
Jason Momoa arms crossed, and
That's
then I just
awesome.
So
wrapped
when you
his
get
arms
off
around
stream,
yours.
Andrew,
Yeah.
when you get off stream, you go upstairs and you say hi to the wife. Did she just shake her head at you and go, you're a fucking idiot?
No, because I make money. I make money. That's why.
Fair enough.
Speaking
Everything
of,
I
get
do,
your
I make-
donations in.
I mean, you know what though? Here's the thing, right? $27 we made, right? But it's not the matter. So every
no.
dime I've made in my
I get it.
career, every dime I've made in my
Mhm.
career, obviously we've done well with GFQ. We were able to sustain and everything, but
Mhm.
my most of my money now comes from because I've done GFQ. I have all these opportunities. That's
Right.
really what it comes down to. Like I was
It's
talking to one of my
outlets.
friends, very talented, not so much a radio guy, but like a good personality. And he's like, "Well,
Mhm.
I can't make money." I'm like, "Dude, you do really. Your product looks great. Your content is good." But I said, look at it as an opening for other opportunities. Don't look at it as like you got to make $100,000 a year doing this. You might never. The
No.
odds are you'll never make $100,000 doing internet
That's good
broadcasting. But there's an opportunity because you've now opened up and you're able to do something that people are capturing. That's what it really comes down to.
Real quick
It's an opportunity. Yes, sir.
Real quick question, and I don't want to get this conversation, but MG Geek, was this the first time that anyone has ever went through the stage and then has gotten up?
Yeah, but that
yeah,
stage,
one of the few.
It was padded though, and it looked padded, and it looked higher up.
Dude, I don't mind
didn't
them
look
using
like-
crash pads.
Yeah,
But I've seen them with crash pads where they still don't get up.
right. But usually when they do that, the drop is that was like 2 feet. Usually the drop is like 10. You know what I mean? It's a higher drop, and they make it look like. And they usually add some pyro in there. so
Up,
when
and there
it hit
goes.
it looks.
Oh, there
boom.
goes the ring.
Oh,
And that
there
ref
it
took.
was.
Yep. Charles Robinson.
They love
Charles
this
Robinson
spot.
is dead.
We get it once every
Vince
couple of
loves
years.
this spot. Vince is back in Gorilla right now, freaking rubbing one down. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Oh, believe that.
New
Is
music.
the fake piped in?
Oh,
Is the fake
perfect.
piped in crowd booing?
New music.
no, it's half. Is it new music?
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
sound
the
like
same
new
kind of rhythm, but it's different. Oh, and he's
No, it's the
oh,
same.
this is great.
He signed it. He signed
dude.
it. As
No,
he's
no, no.
Coming to the ring. Perfect.
You can't sign a contract for something that's already happening. It's like betting on a
okay.
game when the game has already started. Like halfway.
Yeah.
You're taking a bet on the half, and the half is here.
Well, they do that now, Andrew. there is game.
Roman, take
There
your
is
fucking
in-game
shirt
betting
off.
now. Oh, you know who's going to come down? This is where Alexa Bliss is going to come down.
Take your shirt off, Roman. We want to see your beautiful pecs.
I think Braun tears it off.
And eats it.
Yeah. And how about you, mister? Eat that
And
shirt.
the fact that
Eat that
the fact
shirt.
that
Not
the
eating my
ring
shirt.
Eat that shirt.
broke. The fact that the ring is broke.
What is he doing?
Share.
Oh, I like this Roman, man.
Yeah, this is good.
I do too. This is
Oh my God.
This invigorated everything for
Yep.
me. This
Yep,
made it.
love it.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if you've seen it, but Sean Rossap last Sunday. He kicked out. So
Lewis goes,
he
you're
was
talking
on,
reality. I know. Doesn't work in WWE. Sorry.
So they were Sean Rossap was on Wrestle Talk's live stream watching this, and they all were so mesmerized when he came out. Like, we didn't expect it, and they were like, this all of a sudden feels like a main event picture.
He's going to bite him with his new veneers.
Mandible.
You're going to ruin the new veneers, Bray.
Oh, kicked him in the nuts.
He did, and he fell out the ring.
Kicked him in the nuts.
I love the subtle looks that Roman keeps doing to Heyman.
Yep. $5.
He's making it for me.
These look more like heel move. Dude, it does look like heel moves. It does.
They said it's going to be heel, so.
I love it. I'm not against it being heel. No, I'm not against it being heel. I just didn't feel that day he looked like a heel. Big spear.
No. Based on how he had been before. Oh, one.
Got it!
Two.
He's like, fuck, man, I just got these in. They're porcelain. Aquaman for the win.
So they're going to end the pay-per-view at 9:30?
Heyman. Yeah, well, this is the new thing.
So Heyman only represents champions, man. Why is he still wearing a shirt, though?
Yeah, please.
Well, there has to be a message there, right? That he's wearing that shirt both
There
weeks.
has to be there's something going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, kiss everyone and leave.
2-time Universal Champion.
Two?
I'm looking bloated.
You're right.
Look at this. Look at this arm. Look at these arms. Bloated. It's called merch sales, yeah.
Derek, you
$199
realize that
for
Matt
Multiverse
Riddle
tonight.
Push
Thank you.
got dumped.
Got to sell those shirts. Yeah, but I mean, that ref bump was hysterical. He went up and over the second rope. Excellent.
Come on. Did he just say to the ref, "Come on, bitch"?
I don't know. Did he?
I think after he jumped on him to get the cover, he said, "Come on, bitch."
So there were a lot of weird nuances here, right? Like obviously the whole Roman thing, but the Alexa thing looking from the back.
Nuances. I feel like nothing's done yet. I feel like there's got to be there's another shoe to drop before they turn the lights out. Just a freak in a mask. Well, I guess not. Damn it.
All right.
I got to wait till SmackDown. Well, you know what they're doing? They're trying to get those ratings back on the shows.
Yeah. Good job by them.
Now you're going to have to wait, right? Because now you want to know what's going to happen with Alexa. You're going to know what happens with Roman.
Very good job. I didn't care for the match itself, but I do think this was a good finish. I find it interesting that they didn't.
Good.
You know, there were a couple things. One, why didn't they have Roman in the match? Right? Actually wrestle in the match. Two, the whole Alexa Bliss thing going on. Three, the freaking shirt staying on. It's actually wild. It's 9:30 and this pay-per-view's over. You guys want to do a Q&A or you want to wrap it up?
It's 6:30. I'm
We
down
can do a
for
little
All right,
anything.
we'll do a Q&A with the chat room,
Jonathan,
guys.
you don't count. You're like, you got like 6 hours before you have to go to bed. You don't count.
Live
Okay, 3. But
Q and
I have an early morning tomorrow.
after.
I start my next class, and we got early class.
ooh.
Okay, Andrew, do you have any UFO or ghost experiences?
Tons. What do you want to hear?
Oh my God.
What do you want to hear first?
Here we go.
Oh.
Yep.
The best one.
I got a great ghost story. Now, let me start off by saying I'm not a big believer of ghosts. UFOs, yes, I do believe in aliens. I think that aliens exist somewhere. I'll get on that, but I'm not a big believer on ghosts, right? Until I had this experience. It gives me goosebumps every time I talk about it because this is a real life experience that I've had. So I was probably 7 or 8 years old. It was St. Patrick's Day, and my mother had picked me up from karate. We were coming home, and I had this. Everybody on my block is Irish. Let me just put that at that point, right? Everybody was Irish. We were the first non-Irish family. Like even Italians weren't living on this block because they were pushed out. It was very Irish. We were the first non-Irish in the block. So but everybody was great with us. It was never like an issue or anything. But we had one of my neighbors, Mr. Cochran, was a firefighter. And every year for St. Patrick's Day, he would put on the kilt and the bagpipe, and he would go down and go through the march. He would be part of the firefighters. So we're driving. It's March, so it's like 7:00, 7:30, and we see him on the corner where the light is. Where like the street light is, and it's just shining bright on him. And my mother like normally would have let him because it's stop sign just cross, and she didn't for some reason. She just went and she goes, you know what? My mother said it. She goes, I'm an asshole. I should have let him cross the street. And I look back and he's not there. And my mother looks back. She goes, oh, maybe he made it out there. I'll go and I'll say hello tomorrow. Right? This is what she said to me. Pulls in the driveway, whatever. Tomorrow comes and my mother goes outside and sees one of my neighbors, Jim Dulligan. And he says, hey, Jim, do you know if Mr. Cochran's home? And he looks at her like something's wrong. He's like, no, what do you mean? He goes, my mother goes, no, is he home? He goes, Nadia, my mother's name. He goes, he died. And my mother goes, when? He goes, yesterday. He goes, last night? I just saw him last night. He goes, what time did you see him? He goes, 7:00. He goes, that's impossible. He died on the train coming home at 4:30. I couldn't. So I always found that interesting, right? I always found that always stuck with me. Like I always found that fascinating. So we're doing a Q&A for wrestling. I know that's a question, so we'll continue from this after this. But so we became very friendly with the neighbors. Like his daughter is older, but the daughter's kids are like my age. They're younger than me. They're like 10 years younger than me. But we all became friendly. So I told a story to the mom and to Christine, and Christine looked at me. She goes, what time did this happen? I said, I don't know, like 7:30. He goes, my mother, at the time, her mother was living in that house. He goes, my mother told me that the door swung wide open around 7:30 that night. Just a gust of wind and the door swung wide open. That is my ghost story.
That's creepy.
That is, and listen, I'm not big into ghosts. It's not a thing. It's just and I know it was this man. I remember he had a very distinct look and a long twirly mustache. It was him. It was him to the point that she showed me like 5 photos. She's like, which one of them was it? And it was him. And I picked the photo of him from that day. That's how it resonated. So that's my ghost story. UFOs, I don't think I've ever seen any UFOs, but I believe in them. All right. What else do we have? Shoot.
So let's go. So by the way, let's do this. Let's see.
And I got like 10 minutes before I lose my mind on this edible. I'm just telling you.
Yeah. You want to throw the phone number out? And if anybody want to ask questions about the pay-per-view?
Yeah, 888-828-1437. That's 888-828-1GFQ. 888-828-1.
You guys
GFQ.
Got anything about the pay-per-view? Throw it in the chat room. Ask the question. Call the number. 888-828-1437. I actually did that good.
You did do that good. You hit the spot. There you go. All right. What questions do we have?
Andrew, are they holding off on Retribution until the real life riots protests are over? That's from DC4 MVP.
No, I don't think so.
I just think
WWE lives in their own bubble. Yeah. They're going to say this has nothing to do with any of the real life events. Even though they did mention on camera that this is reflecting what's happening in the real world. I don't think they're going to do that unless they get any kind of pushback. And from what I've heard, there's been no pushback from anybody. It just shows you how wrestling is low on the radar. I think they kept them off today because they haven't been on the pay-per-views. They've been showing up on the TV shows. So maybe tomorrow we'll see them. And
yeah.
But I believe we should be getting the answer soon as to what's going on.
Well, they keep dragging it on. So they were on Raw and they weren't on SmackDown. And like I said, I had thought maybe
They weren't?
they were going. So they weren't on SmackDown. They weren't on SummerSlam, and they weren't on tonight. So maybe they're going to push them back to Raw, and that's just where they're going to be.
Billy East, $5. Thank you, my friend. Did not know about a watch along, but wanted to support the show anyway. Thank you, Billy. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Billy.
Every penny helps. $39. Can we hit 40?
Maybe Bob Hazelwood. Maybe Retribution just has a 5-day work.
Yeah, dude. Maybe they don't. They put in their hours. It's a part-time schedule.
Yep.
COVID time. Regular schedule is not happening.
Yeah. So Lewis wanted a quick recap. I don't know.
Travis B goes. Andrew Zarian's ghost story proves weed really was that strong in the 80s. It was the early 90s. I'm not that old.
Oh man.
God. I hope we're doing this another 10 years from now. That'd be fun.
All right. What else do we have?
News. So questions, guys. Give us more questions. We're gonna give another few minutes here.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Andrew. While we're waiting for questions,
there you go.
I got a personal.
Hold on. All right, you go first, Jonathan.
Okay, my question real quick was, which John Cena shirt was your favorite?
Oh, I hated all
out
of them.
All the colors.
You know what? The AWA one was probably the coolest one. The orange one I hate. I hate the orange one.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can tell. You know what my favorite one is?
Which one?
The one he wore in the Firefly Funhouse match, NWO.
Yeah, NWO, and that is my favorite. Bob Hazel with $1.99. We hit our $40 goal. Here we go. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me get this going.
Okay.
Hold on.
So Aaron Banks has a good question, and after we get to Chatterbait time.
God, I can't. Every time I see Seth Rollins tattoo,
there it is.
I think of Riley.
There it is.
Hold on. Oh, hold on. Wrong tab. There we go.
We were starting What the Tech, weren't we?
Yeah, we were starting What the Tech.
So Aaron Banks, Andrew.
Yeah.
And this is probably for all of us. If you walk into a bar and see one wrestler alive or dead, you could have some drinks with, and who would you want to sit down and just talk about wrestling and just life?
Alive or dead, just to sit back and talk to the. Who'd you say? Dusty?
Oh,
Dusty.
that's a good one.
Dusty's a great one.
I got
you know what? Hogan. I'm going Hogan. 100% Hogan.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
I'm going
100%.
Bruno Sammartino.
Bruno?
Oh man.
Okay.
I bet you that guy's got some because some of these guys got stories. I mean, Andre would be another one, but you wouldn't remember it because you'd have to get really drunk with him, and he would drink you 10 shades. I feel
like Hulk would carny me and give me the answers I want to hear, but wouldn't do it in character. I think he would do it in a very charming way. I would go with Hogan, 100%. That's my answer. All right, let's see what else. Andre, Austin, Kevin Nash. Oh, you know what? I'd probably Austin, definitely. Rock, probably. Yeah. Kev, probably.
Kevin Nash, I could pull the Michigan connection. You know, you figure someone that maybe you have some connection with too would help. How the conversation would go, because how would you start it? Because you got to think about it. If you were to do this, how would you actually sit down at a bar and this guy's having a drink, and maybe he had a long day?
So
and
here's a question: what were the changes in the contract that Roman wanted?
Good question. Very good question. I didn't have to come into the match until 20 minutes in, or what was it?
Like, what were the
probably
changes?
10 minutes in.
I'm curious about that. What were
that is a good question. Are you asking somebody? Are you? This is Andrew wheeling and dealing, people. This is
yeah.
So that's a good question. So what does everybody else?
Sorry, I tweeted that because that's a very good question. All right. Before we wrap it up, let's see.
Oh, before we wrap it up, I got one more Photoshop.
Oh, is this gonna take us out? Are we going out with this?
All right, I killed the feed on the other ones. I think we had a large viewership here on this.
On which one? On which feed?
On all of them, I think. We did really well. And then we did an audio-only feed, and that did really well. Last question. Favorite cartoon growing up? Kids cartoon or like kind of like a Simpsons type thing? Because if we're going kids cartoon growing up, I was a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan.
Oh my God,
I love the X-Men. I love the X-Men animated series on Fox. Absolutely love that. I watched that all over again recently. I thought it was one of the best adaptations from the comic book into a show. Thought it was great. Let's see what else I was into.
Mine was a generation before that. It feels like a generation.
G.I. Joe? I mean, I watched G.I. Joe.
No, Super Friends.
Oh, Super Friends. No, I did watch Super Friends with Iceman, Spider-Man, and who?
No, it was Batman, Superman. I think it was the Flash.
Right.
It was Aquaman for sure, and it was the Wonder Twins, which is my favorite.
Oh, Spider-Man and the Amazing Friends.
Yeah,
that's what it was that I watched. Spider-Man and the Amazing Friends, 1981.
Andrew, you could check Twitter for our going out photo shoot.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh no!
Do I have to look at this? I have to look at Twitter.
Oh my God!
Everyone
That's
in the chat
hysterical.
at Bruce from CT.
Bruce from CT, guys, go see it and follow him.
Talk about synergy.
It's loading.
Oh my God, that's really funny.
That's a great one.
All right, time to wrap it up.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Let's see. I'm calling it a night. Good night, all. Final question: better back tattoo, Riley Reid or Seth Rollins? I'm gonna go with Seth opposed to Riley. Great question, though.
Oh, dude. How is it even? How do you even answer that? If it's the same one, I would rather look at Riley Reid.
I'm calling it a night. Okay, I originally used to watch on the Twitter feed, but found your YouTube chat, and it's very lively. This is a great chat, and I like that it's nice and condensed. It's not too hectic. I can kind of follow through.
Welcome joining, Brandon. Next time, though, call in.
Yeah, dude. Thank you, man.
Yeah, we got to start pushing it, Andrew. We got to figure out how to get more people to call in.
I want to hear your lovely voices.
Let's see. Yeah. How many showers would X-Pac need to not look like a greaseball? Infinity. And it's impossible for him not to.
You would need Thanos
what
to
his
snap.
endearing qualities.
Who's endearing quality? X-Pac?
X-Pac,
grease.
yeah.
Grease.
The greaseball look.
All right, guys. I'll see you all on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday.
All right, guys.
Thursday.
Peace.
Maybe, you know what? I was thinking about I would pop in during the week at a time where people could like hang out. I was thinking maybe do like a Tuesday at like 8 o'clock or 6 or 7 o'clock.
You want to start doing something like that? Where we can,
I'm going to try something
because
because in order to take phone calls, you need to be on at a time that people can make a phone call.
Well, this week Tuesday is going to be rough because that's going to be one of the best matches we've ever seen in our lives.
Oh, wait a minute. Eric with a great question. Did they ever explain why Jon Stewart hit Cena with a chair at SummerSlam 2015? They're
showing that we're going to, I bet you they're going to explain that in that documentary they're showing right now. They're showing that whole like behind the scenes stuff from that pay-per-view. Anywho.
I'll see you guys. Take care.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, kids.
End there.